こんばんは。こんばんは、こんばんは、こんばんは。こんばんは。こんばんはでございます。聞こえますでしょうか。こんばんは。よし、そんなわけで、時期に始まりますね。皆様よろしくお願いします。音声とかどう？音量バランスとかまた何かあったら、すぐ言うてください。お待ちしております。ぜひぜひお願いします。はい、こんばんは。つかささんの、ゆあさん、柳川さん、枝豆 V さん、沼さん、こんばんは。そんなわけでね、アジアチャンピオンズリーグの、インドリーグデイ1、インディアリーグデイ1をね、ミラー配信と言いますか、みんなで見ましょう配信でございます。よろしくお願いします。はい、こんばんは。青さん、ゆうきさん、みなもさんもどうも。時期にみんな集まると思うんで。今の人来てね。よし。配信始めてます。変なことは言わないように。こんばんはーす。よし。行きましょう。よろしくお願いします。はい、こんばんは。オーファン羊大好きさんのこんばんは。初コメ切りありがとう。VC のな、結構ね、画面がわちゃわちゃするんだよね。だから、オーバーレイめちゃめちゃちっちゃくここに表示してます。ここら辺だとギリ被んない。また試合中にちょっとこれは場所あれします。飲んだらこんだらします。調整します。一応この前のやつで、なんとなくの場所はいじったんだけど、前回の、はい。ちっちゃいんでいいでしょう。よし。あれか。俺の画面みんなに共有した方がいいか。配信の画面共有さ、どうやって音載せるんだ？昨日のアルトさんみたいに。何を画面共有したらいいんだろう。あれか、普通にあれか。ブラウザを画面共有したらいいか。よいしょ。OK かな。
面白い。
なんで？
昨日めっちゃ面白かったもん。
昨日面白かったね。東南アジアかどっかの。見たことあるチームだらけだったから。見てて超面白かった。よいしょ。CLW さんもこんばんは。
乗ってます。大丈夫です。配信。
はい。配信始まってます。よろしくお願いします。
大丈夫です。画面共有もちゃんと出てます。
ありがとうございます。おしゃしゃしゃーす。始まるまで音量バランスだけちゃんと調整しよう。どれぐらいの音量がいいだろう。これぐらいでいいよ、音量。解説の人ら喋ってから調節するか、音量は。よし。T2 って書いてる。インディアの人らマジで俺誰も知らないんだよな。
レブラント e スポーツだっけ？
多分。
ここはでしたよね。
WC 出てたね。
名前知ってる。
他がわからない。
そうね、他はわからない。
練習一覧とかも、水上さんがまとめてくれたやつで名前見たけど、全然知らない人ばっかなんだよな。
あ、インドはね、
いいやわ。
当たらんしな、そんな。多分当たってんのかな。
どうだろ
Hello to everyone around the world. Welcome to Pokémon UNITE Asia Champions
ど
League.
っちもインドっぽいな。
う。インドっぽいね。
右側もインドっぽいもん。この髪型。インド映画にいる。
インド映画
I'm
にいる
feeling
なと
excited.
思
I'm
うな。
feeling fantastic to be very honest. Thank you very much for the warm welcome. And well, the weather is not that warm, but this competition is going to be heating up definitely with every day passing forward. But I'm just excited to see and witness history being made out here. So yeah, that's going to be a good one.
よし
Yeah, I'm also excited.
こんばんは、ひでり様どうもこんばんは。音量バランスどうみんな。俺の声がでかい。いつも通りだけど、周りの音、なんかなんだっけ、VC の音ちっちゃいとか、公式発信の音ちっちゃいとか、なんかそういうのあったら、ガンガン言ってください。全然挑戦しますので。
But there are right now rivalries who are cooking up and looking forward to taking down.
まあ、まだ周りも集まってないから。
I mean, think about it, right?
ゆっくりで
God's
ござい
Rain
ます
coming
けど
up
もね。
from
行きましょう、よろしく。
obviously they had the upper bracket advantage. First things first for themselves, but then
はい、こんにちは。
they
ゆずにゃんさんもこんにちは。
went to the lower bracket. But from there,
もうちょい公式の配信でもこんなもんか。俺の声のバーと同じくらいの。俺の声の方がでかいぐらいだから。ええのかな。ええんかな。ええんですか。
this time again it's going to be a good one.
I agree. But now there's something for our viewers as we talk more about the tournament itself. There's giveaway that's happening. Now again, this is mainly
Key
for
holder
all
なんというとは
international viewers, Malaysia, Singapore. They can have a chance to take these prizes away. There are actually keychains. There's even
大丈夫
that you can kind of
画面
EOS
の
coins that you can even
大
take
丈夫
depending on your watch time and as well as cool collectibles.
よ
So
し
make
だ
sure
から
that
そう
you
ちなみにここに
do
僕い
click
ま
on the
す。
Twitch
イエ
link,
ーイ
join
ちっ
there,
ちゃいけど
and then
邪魔にならん程度にカ
where
メラ
you
オ
will
ン
be
で
getting
す
the。points allocated. From
だから
now,
見ていきまし
we're
ょ
going to be jumping to the qualified teams we'll be talking about. We did
う。はい、こんに
mention
ちは、
about the
こ
Indian
う
regions, but
マ
it's
ラシ
five
アン
teams
テ
from the
ィ
Indian
ーン
region.
さん、ハロ
But
ー。
overall,
Yes.
in the Asia Champions League, we have
画面
15
共有
teams. East
なんか
Asia
重い
has
な。
5, Southeast Asia has
なん
5,
とかなるか。
and India region has 5. But out of this, from every region, we are
ついて
going
か
to
す
be
る
only seeing top 2 qualifying. And for
あ
what? The big leagues, that is the LAN.
You know, we were looking at the other matches as well that
Hi,
were
Baba.
happening. We talked about East Asia, right? We saw the matches that were happening on their side as well, and obviously Southeast Asia. Now it's Indian time as we talk about the schedule, right? In front of us, our streams,
Yes.
and
Watch
today we're going to
party.
be seeing God's Rain and True Rippers head to head,
Watch
just
it
colliding
with
against
me.
each other, and then Revenant Esports
Let's go.
versus SA2L. This is going to be a really, really good one. On the other sides, we have seen T2 High Five and all those matches happening as well. Secret Rare and Team MYS on the other
音
regions,
量ちょっと
but
上げた。
today this is
Hi,
going to be a
こんにちは。
really, really interesting one moving
あ、
forward.
こんにちは。
こんに
Oh,
ち
yes.
は。
I'm
始まり
very
ま
excited
す
for。anybody who's wondering when you're
始まっ
音量大丈夫ありがとう。海野さんのもこんばんは。
take a screenshot, make a note of it, do
行きましょう。見ていき
join
まし
to
ょう。
the
よろしくお
matches.
願いし
It's
ま
going to
す。
be interesting. But now for the format, I
チーム
see
練習の
second
代わり
昨日試合開始何分ぐらいだっ
stage,
た
second stage, and then the finals. I did talk about
で
top
も日本、俺ら出た時も配信開始から20分ぐらいあった気がするし、まだまだじゃない
all the
うん。
15 teams remain.
Okay.
But we will be talking about how they'll be playing. You already saw in the schedule, and we will be jumping into the points table as well, very well, where you can get an idea about. In the first stage, they will be
India.
playing for the positions or the rankings that you can talk
ちな
about.
み
We'll
に
come into、
あ、
that.
で、カメラ
But
ちっ
for
ちゃい
that,
な。
why are they all fighting
今日は
for
なんと、
promotion? It is for the prize pool
はい
and also the
ベル
chance
ギー
to
ワッ
call
フル買って
themselves
きまし
the
た。
champions.
いいでしょう。
Definitely, obviously, this
覚
is
悟の
the
ベル
second
ギー
stage
ワッ
that's
フ
going
ル
to
と
be
と
just
もに
happening right now, and then the finals
見
that
て
are
いき
going to
ま
be
しょうね。
happening. You see $30,000 coming up onto the final side, and that's where every single player gets their own share of $6,000 for themselves. On the second side, we see 15,000 coming up dollars again, just coming up for these players, and this definitely looks interesting.
昨日マジでレベル
because
試合
高かった
始まったらもう一回
that's
来る
the
わ
amount。of money that they're going to be getting for themselves.
OK。
Plus, you know what matters more? The
トイナユ
bragging
さんの
rights
星
to
空
be
あーさん
presented
のこんばんは。
as the champions.
よしやっていきましょう。見
Champions
て
of
いき
the
ましょう。
Asia
まだまだ言う
Champions
て始まるのは
League
時
is
間あ
what
ると
we'll
思うから
be
ね。
looking forward to.
ゆっくり見よう
But you
ぜ。
can see from the second stage, $5,000 to a
はい、こんばんは。テモシーさんのもこんばんは。
30,000. I'm looking forward to who's going to be walking away with 30,000. But again, that will only happen in the land. We will look forward to that. But before that, we can see here
No
the
limit,
two-minute
no
rules. If anybody is
reality
wondering,
limit.
we start off with a 10-minute match. As you all know, it is going to be in Tiaskai Ruins.
なきゃ
Items,
ね
no limits on them as well as their levels. Pokemons, no restrictions
レア
at
リ
all.
ティか。レアリティリミットもあ りませんよと、リミットもありません。はいはい
So you don't have to be worried about that. That will still be a
あ、
bug.
ごめん、
But
カ
other
ジ
than
さんの
that,
方
there
は
is no limitations. Even the new Pokemon that is Dragapult,
全
which
然
I'm more
あ、まあ、あと
excited to
10
see.
分ぐらいかな。
Might
一気に
also
始まると思うん
But
で、
which
まあ、
Pokemon are you
皆
excited
さん、
to see?
お手元にお菓子でも
You
準
know,
備して、
absolutely.
だ
Like
らだら見ま
before
しょう。
this
昨日も2
stream,
時
we
間ぐらい
talked
か
about
な
it, but
配
talking
信
about
開
the
始から2
grand
時間ぐら
finale,
い
obviously the ban
あ
phase,
っ
the
たから
first team's going to be banning up one, the second
長
team
く
is
て
banning up one,
6000
but
だ
the
か
big
ら、
just,
まあ、それ
started
ぐらい
and
だね。
obviously the preparation happens. But coming back to the
や
question,
ってみ
I've
まし
played
ょう。
Gengar mostly. I've told you about that.
あ
But
はい、
for
こんに
me,
ちは。じゃあ
it's
じゃあじゃあ
been
スメルさんのこん
Mew
にちは。
is
こんばん
something that
は。
I
こん
wanted
あ
to
じゅ。
see. And as of now, I
あ
told
じゅ
you
に
about
ちは。
Snorlax as well. That's also one of my picks.
ドラフトピッ
But
クです
Saito,
ね。今日も
Saito's
京
going
都
to be
で。
someone that we just have to just look
結
forward
構
to
ね、
and
ドラパ実
think
装とかから
of.
も
And
時間
once
経って
again,
きてるし、
Dragapult.
割と
I
他の
would
リーグを
love
見
to
ての
witness what
環境の
Dragapult can
変
do
化と
with
か
the
もある気も
Dragon
するん
Dance
だよ
and
な。
Force. Quick attacks, obviously, that it has. So
他の環境でなんかバンギ強かったからバンギ出てくるとか、
Yeah, it'll be
そういう
interesting,
変化も全
especially
然ありそう
how
だと
we
思
are
うから、
seeing Scyther, as you mentioned,
バンギ
being,
とか怪
I would
力とか
say,
なんかそ
a
こら辺はな、マジ
pick
で評
that
価上
is
がって
there
ると
from
思うんだよ
every
な。
team. It is
まあ
a
特
I
定の
didn't
敵に
like
対して
pick,
超
or
強い
you
ポ
could
ケモン。
say standalone or a
やっぱ
first
バンギ
pick
とか
coming
も
to
そ
just
のア
like
マー
we
ジュ
used
と
to see
かそういう
Azumarill.
近距離相手に
When
マジで強いんだ
Scyther
よ
was
ね。
initially
だから敵
introduced,
がそういう
Scyther
近
or
距離
Scyther,
固めの
whichever
構成
you
とかに
like
し
to
てる
call
と
it,
きに、
yeah.
it was
いきなり
initially
バンギ出
feeling
す
like
と
doesn't
か、
have that much of the power
相手が
and
明
the
治多めの
attack
時
or the
に
damage
一
that
気に
it
こう
can
ぶち
do,
壊す
but
ように
now
怪力入れるとか、
it's like
そういう
really
なんか
good
パワーある
against
けど
face off,
全
where
員
we
に
can
刺さる
put
わ
it
けじゃないみたいな
against
ところ
Azumarill
が
as
マ
well.
ジで
So
今
we'll
一
be
応分か
looking
ってる
forward
か
to
ら、
how it
ドラフト
works
ピッ
out.
クで
But I did talk
楽
about
しみ
the
ですね。
rankings. So we'll jump into the league stage
はい、こんばんは。
or
金ちゃん
league
さんもこん
table
ばんは。
that we'll be seeing.
コンア
This
ジュ
is for the first stage. You can see
コン
all your teams.
コンアジュンはコンアジ
Acronyms
ュンだ
here,
な。
God's Rain, True
こんにち
Rippers,
は。
Revenant, SATUL, Marcos. They will fight against each
インデ
other.
ィア、インディア。俺らもね、
And
勝ち進め
whoever
ば、
has
多分
most
世界
number of
大会っていう
victories
か、世界
will
じゃ
be
ないな。
ranked in terms of
ま
the
あアジアのオ
position
フ
where
ラ
you
イン
can
大
see
会が
in the
進んだら、
last
ここら辺
column.
で当たることに
In
な
the
るだろう
points
し、
place, whoever
今のう
gets
ち
the
からね、
victory
研
for
究し
that
とこ
given day or that
う。
given
どん
match,
なんが
they'll
強
be
いかど
gaining
う
them
か。
points. But that will also affect in terms of the position. So I'm looking forward to these positions because Ocean will be
ち
very
なみに英
crucial
語はわかりま
when
せ
we
ん。
jump into
マジでわ
the
かんない。
second stage of this Asia Champions League for the India region because the team in the first ranking will qualify directly to the finals or at least make themselves a place in the finals. That is going to be the LAN, which will happen all the way in Malaysia.
I mean, that is going to be one of the most important things to witness. Obviously, that is for the future to tell us. As of now, when we look forward to what the present Justina has us for us, there are going to be 2 matches happening up. And both those matches, I believe, are going to be incredible. But talking about, obviously, the India stage, that's the second stage right now. You see, this is going to be the seedings that are going to be happening. 3rd seed and 4th seed. And obviously, 4th seed and 5th seed, they're going to be taking up a match against each other. Then they move
この
forward
ファー
on
ス
the
ト
day
ステー
6 where you
ジ
see
今あ
first
るじゃん、
seed,
そ
well,
の、
they have their own chance,
なんだっ
own
け、
share
今
to
やっ
move
て
on
る
to
の
the
が
final side.
ファースト
Second
ステー
seed
ジなんだ
takes
よ
up
ね。総当たり
against
で5
whosoever
回とか
just
戦う
wins
や
from the
つ。
previous side.
4
And
回、
then we
4
see
回
the finals
戦うやつ。
happening from
それ
both
の
those
結
teams
果でこの
against
シ
each
ードが
other.
決まっ
But
て、
once
全
again,
部
this
負けたとしても
headache
結
is
局
going to
こ
be
こ
for
でまた
future
セカンド
times.
ステージ
Right
で
now,
勝
we
ち上
have
が
to
り
take care
ゃ
of
出れる
today's
んだよね、
headache.
ファイ
That's
ナ
going
ル
to。be, the mental
だか
pressure
ら、ま
that
あ
the
今
players
は
are
本
going
当
to
に
be facing
い
off
かに
for
ここで
themselves
楽で
because
きるかっていう
this
ために
is
戦っ
the
てる。
big leagues now.
ファーストシードまで行ったらもうほぼ
Becoming the top
ファ
five
ースト
teams
シー
who
ド
do
って
not
もう
want to
確
go
定
away from here, and that's
上
what
2 枠
everybody
だ
is
から
fighting
い
for
や
to get a chance,
だったりなか
qualify,
ったり
become the top 2 teams,
よく
and
わかん
then
ね
just move
え
ahead.
けど、まあ
fight
そんな
on
感
the
じで本当に上に行きゃ
international
行く
stages
ほ
and the
ど
waters with the
あれそれな
international
んだよ
teams.
ね。
A couple of the viewers might be
あれそれ
thinking that there is
なの
final
で
written right here which says
気合い入れてね、
now the
俺ら
team
もあと
which
3回かな。
gets the first
別のチームを
ranking in
使
the
うのがあ
league
るから、
stage that
こ
we
っから
saw in the
全部
league
勝てば
table
ね、まだ
will
まだ
get a direct
なんな
chance
ら
to
まだファース
qualify
トシ
to
ー
the
ドとかもあり
finals.
得る
But
ライ
the
ンだと思
team
うし、
which is going to be
研
placed
究
in
し
the
て
upper
上手く
seed
なっ
or the
て、
lower seed, that will be
頑張っていきましょうと
determined between a match of that
話で
winner in
ご
the
ざいま
bracket, as
す
we discussed. But right now, as you said, Ocean, the match on cards and the headache is between God's Reign and True Rippers. True
英語
Rippers,
がわ
we've
からん
not seen them in action because in the end of the Indian night, we ended up seeing that they were not one of the teams who qualified for the top 4. So right now, this is a redemption chance for them, and they'll be looking forward to taking down the Indian champions.
God's
結
reign.
構ね、なんか見て
Defines
る側も
Victor
もうドラフト
Noxie
分かってき
Owen
たと
Wilson.
思うん
I
だ
mean,
よ
they
な。
know how to handle pressure.
い
They
か
have
に
handled
俺らが
this
初
pressure
日迷
on
走してたかも
that
ね、
LAN
分かる
event
と
in
思う。
Impact Event
マジで
Sweden,
周り
we
の
just
チーム
didn't
うまい
talk
んだよな、
about
ド
it.
ラフト
So
見てる感
online
じ。
is going to be a
昨
piece of
日
cake for them. I
昨
believe
日の
they've
ドラ
had
フト
what an average
め
of
ちゃめ
8
ちゃう
wins
まかった
plus
から
boosts
な。
before
こ
all
の
of this
チームも。
happening. So, and
いいんだ
that's
よ、
not
どん
even
なバン
a
ピックする
small
かマジ
start,
で
right?
楽
We've
しみ。
seen comebacks from them back to back happening. So now,
ウ
when
ー
it
ラオス
comes
ヤ
down
ミ
to
ラ
the
ミがね、今
online
マジ
stages,
で
I
全体
believe
的に見
they
てバー
know
率高いんだよ
what
ね。
are the mistakes and
片
they know
方
how
に
to
一
conquer
方
them
的に
or
見た
to
とき
just
にマジで
turn
パ
them
ワー高い
around.
ポケモ
And
ン、ヤミ
today,
ラミとウーラオ
God's
ス。
Reign for this game, I believe they might
ヤ
as
ミ
well
ラ
just
ミ
get
は
it for
もう
themselves.
序盤のカジャンから まあ、試合
But
通して
again,
超
when
強い
we
ポケモン
talk
だし、
about the Indian region, we like to
ウーラ
get
オ
to
ス
know
は
the players a
敵に
little
いない
more.
から
So
ね。
the trivia
一
is
方
here
的
for
な
our
スピードも取れる
viewers.
し、もちろんレーンの
They
安いポ
wine
ケモン
from
とかも借
God's
ります
rain.
よし、
You see
集
his
団戦も
favorite
もちろん
Pokemon.
強
I
い。
don't want to talk about the Pokemons
打ち上
because
げとか
eventually
でき
we'll
る
see
か
down
ら。
the lane and we'll talk more about it. I want to talk
こ
about
こ
what
ら
he
辺が
likes.
まずマ
His
ストになって
favorite
きて、
song is
その
from
後に、
and the
まあ、
favorite
チーム次第だ
player
けど、いろんな
is
ポケモンをバン
Fight
ドする
Club.
ってい
This
う感
is
じ。
interesting. More insights
まあ、割
to
とね、
dive
なんかこう、
deeper
初めの方
on the
でサ
player
ポーター
that
み
you
たいなポ
like
ケモン
and
をピ
maybe
ックし
follow
て、
as well,
で
Ocean.
最後の1、2枠で敵の
I
構成
mean,
に合わせたキャ
yeah,
リアを選ぶみたい
Mamos
な
Wine and Mr. Mime.
感じに
Cool,
なるから、
that is one
まあ、
thing.
初
But
めら辺
Gacha
の
and Fight Club,
Yeah.
ポ
I
ケモンの
mean,
ピッ
this
ク
is
順とか
something
も
that
結
I'm
構気に
loving
なる
as well.
し、
This is something new. This is something
最後のその枠で、
good.
それこそ
that
そ
the
の
trivia is
最後の
just
1枠
telling
で
us.
ピ
I'm
カ
pretty
チュウ取っ
sure
たり
if
バ
they
ンギ取
win
ったり、
today, they're gonna be
敵
just
の構成
watching
次第
on
で合わせ
Fight
ておく
Club
こと
or
もで
maybe
きる
just
し、
listening up to the songs or Bacha or something just to
結
celebrate.
構一メタの
Mr.
ね、
Mime,
ピックもある
speak.
んだよね、昨日見た感じ。
Yeah,
こ
I'll
の
be looking forward to it.
カビル
Like
っ
at
て
the
人
end of the
超
match,
差ない
they're
と
done
ねえ
with
か
the
ら
best
取
of
り上げ
three
よう
and
ぜ
they're
みたい
like
な。
putting out a
無理や
song
り取り上げ
party
ちゃう
for
と、
that
結
evening
局、
because every
自
Sunday
分
is
側
going to
の
be a
チーム
call
でそ
for
の
them.
差ないと
You
う
have
ま
to
く
do
使
a
えなか
lot.
ったり
But
もする
as
し、
we did talk about God's Rain, there is ego
構
from
成と
True
して。
Rippers.
ここら
His
辺もむ
trivia
ずいんだよ
is
な。
we don't have what he likes or in terms of the song or movie.
1キャラ、2
But
キャ
he's
ラ、
very
うま
confident.
い
It
プレイ
does
ヤ
say
ーを
about
両
him.
方
And
ポケ
then
モン
he
潰してできることなくす
wishes
とか
to
いうの
travel
も
to
あるっちゃあ
Canada.
るけど、
I mean, if you
これを考
qualify
え
for
な
the
がら綺麗
land
な
become
構
the
成
top
作
two,
る
you
の
have
は
to
難
travel
し
to
い。
Malaysia. And if you
バーンが
win,
もっとあった
you
らいいん
will
だよ
get
ね。
a
1
check
枠
where
で
you
同
can
時バンの
cash
可能
it
性もある
and
から、
maybe even spend a vacation in Canada. I hope so, right, Ocean?
研究しない
Yeah,
とむずいで
definitely.
すね。
That's what I was thinking, right? You
ま
want
あ、
to
アリ
travel
様
to
のこんにちは。
Canada? Well,
こんばん
win.
は。
I mean, that's the easiest part. Just coming
あと
down
5
to it.
分勝
Obviously,
ち
it
と
is
いうか、
difficult. I get it, but that's going to be the
勝ちま
easiest
しょう。
way to go to Canada
だら
after
だら
all
勝ちましょう。
because he's going to be looking really, really confident. And talking about the confidence that he has in his trivia, I mean,
インドって
his
感じする
favorite
な。
Pokemon
イン
is
ディア。
Trevenant as well. So we'll see if he uses it and how Ego's going to be using it because that's sort of a rhyming scheme, right? Ego is confident. Confidence can give you good
Yeah.
ego. So we'll see what happens, right?
Yeah, if
True
ego bests
Rippers.
him, then maybe you don't know about how the confidence will play in. But if he's super confident, irrespective of how the game is going, as we talked about it, right? God's Reign having a situation where they were taking losses when we started off the match in their land scenario, but then to get back into the game, that also a reverse sweep when all seemed impossible, all was lost. So I'm looking forward to God's Reign again doing the same thing, or maybe even having a cleaner run, because we have seen God's Reign on online situations fared better. Now it's time, as we start off the game 1 of match 1, the draft phase is here, where initially we are going to be seeing the bans. My expectation is I think there should be a Dodrio ban, as well as maybe a Snorlax, Mew, or maybe a Tyranitar ban. What are your thoughts? Ocean?
Snorlax Mew, definitely I come to those ones as well. I mean, coming down to be slightly inclined on that side. I'll love to see what happens on them. Plus, we'll have to see what picks just, they come up for themselves. Obviously, there's going to be a little more time remaining for that to just look forward to. And they have that for themselves. All right, here we see.
バンギバン。おい
高校
きなりやばいだろ
バン。
It's a Sableye
Sableye.
and a
Yeah.
Tyranitar.
いきなり知らん。
Previously,
まあ
yes,
確かに一人目からそれ
in
全
this,
然あ
as
る
we
よ。
said, tournament, there's all Pokemons
あ、て
that
かこの
are
辺知ってる
there
な
for。choosing as well as
いや
banning. So
オ
Sableye
ーメンとか
being
見
the
たことあ
first
る。
ban is
オーメン
something that I'm
リヴァイン
surprised to
ノクシ
see. But again,
全然わ
Sableye
かん
is
ねえ。
one of those supporters
Wow.
who can vanish as
まあ、
well.
ここでさんどうもこんばんは。
Now we'll talk about the
見ていきま
picks
しょう。
as we
始
did
まりました、
said.
1戦目。
Azumarill and Sizer are some standard
マリ
picks
ウ
that
リ
we
バ
see
ン、
from
バンじゃ
teams
ないわ、あれ
coming
な
in.
んだ。
So
一
Vixen
枠なん
right
だ
at。the gate, he picks up none other than
す
Azumarill,
ごい
な
and Kyo on the
全
other
然
end,
違うな
True Rippers comes up with a Sizer.
ストライクミューはわ
And
かる。
we see
確
obviously
認
Mr.
も
Mime
まあわか
coming
る。
up as well for Noxie. Just as we were just definitely talking
バ
about
ン
it.
ムバリア
And
は。
Divine coming up with his
こ
own
んばんは。
pick
ニャイ
as
さんも
well
どうも。
right
お
now.
邪
We
魔
just
し
have
ま
to
す
see。what
見ていき
more
ましょう。
can we see. Daksh coming up with a Snorlax as well. All right, that definitely comes. All right, that definitely comes up good. Right now, I don't know why. I might just change my inclination to True Rippers overall. I just don't know why. I just have this thing. Ego is confident.
一人
We know that.
まあ知ら
あ
ん。
だから裏そこまで残ってたんだ。
There's Omen who
Wow.
came out
Actually.
from Dodrio. This is
Yeah.
what I'm worried about. Most of the times when there has been a Dodrio in the Indian region, I mean, even in certain times, the international regions as well, it has fared better for that team who have got a chance to win
まあ
that
なんか
game
何
at
とっ
least.
ても良さそう
So
だ
I
けど。
think Omen on this Dodrio is going to be faring really,
ま
really
あ
well. And the Pokemon which is also allowed right now, Urshifu. That being picked up from Scepter, this is going to be very interesting. Ego on the other end, he says if Scepter picks it up, I'm going to also come on with another all-rounder, and he picks up a Serena. This
なん
is
か何とも言え
interesting.
んな。
Two heavy bashers
Oh,
here,
yeah.
Ocean. Urshifu
Exactly.
and Serena going head to head, Azumarill and Sizer going head to head. I'm very
こ
interested.
れ、
But one thing that True Rippers have something to change is the
左側
long range attacker that
ミュ
they
ウに行
have
け
with
ん
the
のかこれ
solar beam
まあ堂々量で
might
行く
just
しか
affect
ない
them if Divide
まあそう
doesn't
ね
work
ド
really
ド
well on the
裏を
Mammoth
す
line, but I don't
る
have
気
doubts
合
on
で
him
マ
as
リ
well
ルリまで
because
行く可
him
能
on the
性は全然
Mammoth
ある
line
けど
is just
まあ
really
で
good.
も
Him as a
カビゴン
supporter or
と
defender,
白がい
Divine
る
plays
し
amazingly.
だいぶ
そうね
辛そうやけ
お互い
ど
は
Divine
しっ
has
か
a
りやるから
capability, right? We've seen that capability coming up from
そ
him
れ
on
こそ
that
先
LAN
にう
event
めえ
as
こ
well.
と
We
綿狙
know
っていない
that
と
he
任せれ
just
たら
does not come around under any pressure. And so, talking about it, everyone's just onto their own base sides, and now they're going to be just looking forward to take up onto their own fights. We'll see what happens as the game definitely commences up right now.
綿の今バトルアイ
Right
テム
now
なんだっ
looks
け
like
ス
on
ピ
one
ナ
end to the center
直しじゃないんだったら
to
裏ス
level
バ
up.
ゴーも全
They
然あり
sent
そう
Dodrio
Yeah.
on God's Lane in and True Represent they've sent out
Miguel.
the Scyther. Whereas Snorlax right now, using the mid lane, he's
うん
passing
音量
in
大丈夫
wants to
そう
annoy,
試合始まった
wants
け
to
ど
deny
なんかあ
that
ったらまた言
Pokemon
って
who
ください
wants to level up, whether it's a speedster or a long range
Whoa.
attacker or an all-rounder, from leveling up early. And that's why Omen is having trouble. Speedster is a squishy Pokemon, and that's the reason it needs to be away for like until it evolves, and that's the reason they want to annoy it as much as possible. But now looks like
大
Scepter
丈夫ありが
he
とう
might
この
be
まま行きま
eliminated.
す
Thankful for the citrus berries from his opponent's end. He'll be taking it and running away, and the help comes in on the mime as well.
You're just, moving backwards onto his own side, but look at this. Godswin have a really good hold for themselves. We'll have to see how far they can go right now. Just going off for their own hoops,
The first
and
knockout.
everyone just trying to go. But yeah, we see knockouts happening, and this is where Godswin will have to just, think forward of what they can do. All right.
But right now, as we get back in terms of
今だいぶ
who's
苦
going
し
to
ん
be
でんな
changing the tides, Ocean. Fairly in the early stages, knockouts are okay
Okay,
because
take that,
Pokemon's
take that.
respawn from the base, get back into the fight. But
Exactly.
looking at the positioning, we saw a top lane 3-man play coming in from True Rippers, but which has eventually switched over, understanding at the bottom there's been a heavy attack from God's Lane, and the Scyther has started moving from the top to the bottom lane through the mid lane. He did find the Dodrio, wanted to punish it, but understanding the God's Lane Dodrio is back into their own mid lane towards the bases, trying to farm. He's also back doing the same thing, making sure that the Scyther is leveled up and ready to wing beat or maybe come out with the bullet punches. We'll wait for that. But right now, Noxy, he might just have some
Wow.
trouble if he decides to take this fight against Daksh. But Daksh, understanding that he's closer to his goal zone, will also retreat. So no KO on the bottom lane for now.
I mean, Noxy just survived that one by the whiskers, if not anything. Otherwise, it would have been good for us. He would have just taken that up for himself. But as of now, both were happening. But now there's a heavy hitting fight coming up between Godswin and True Rippers, as we can just see onto the bottom lane. And this bottom lane, it's going to be populated, overpopulated. But this is where Snorlax is once again going for it, and the knockouts are happening.
Ooh, brilliant swoop in from Kyo to
ゴー
eliminate
ル入ったのでかいけど
and
逃げれんかった
take
か
out a player. And right now, it has caused trouble. The same thing that we saw God's Lane doing
Whoa.
on the top 3-man push, scoring goals. The same thing is being done from True
Wow.
Rippers on the bottom. Right now, nobody has destroyed each other's goal zones, but looking at True Rippers, they might be the first ones to destroy the goal zone of God's Lane because there's just 9 more goals that they need to put down, 9 more AOS energy that is left. But for that, again, people are leveling up. Looks like who wanted to go for a steal from True Rippers and will unable to do it at the bottom lane as immediately 3 people swoop in from God's Lane. So God's Lane, they're trying to regain control on the bottom lane, but right now in less than a second, we're going to be seeing the Reggie on the top and the bottom being formed, and we'll see where the fight goes on. It looks like it should be the bottom lane
トライ
fight
ト
as
の
we
ダブ
start
ルア
this
タック
off.
と剣の前の使い
I
分
mean,
けた
it's
らどん
going
な
to be
感じなんだ
definitely
ろう
bottom lane fight only as of now.
機動
Omen
力
just,
だけだった
trying
ら
to put
ダブル
pressure
アタ
on
ック
Ego. Ego just wants to stay away from any
ハ
trouble,
ルタ
any
さんしか
harm's
わ
way,
からんわ
which definitely makes sense. But this is the
うちのハル
bottom
タ
lane
様
where
し
we
か
see
お小橋
everyone just
様
moving against his deviation. Every player of True Rippers is
お
going
ば
to be
さ
there
ん
only.
はい。
And
はい
all
ダ
right,
ブルア
that's
タ
a
ッ
good
ク
knockout
と
coming up from Saito.
剣の前の
Situations,
使い分け
situations
どんな
True
感じ
Rippers
なんで
well.
すか
They
小
better be
橋は
careful. I believe Godswin has
コバ
something
チは
going on
ね、
here.
剣の前が使えないんだよな。
True Rippers getting
Nice.
that Reggie steal
Kono
give them a
kokoro
little
wa.
bit of a buff and an attack boost, but they didn't
機動
capitalize
力
on
が
it.
ちょっ
But
と下が
once
る。
they understood that all
剣
their
の前
players
だ
are
と。
together,
そうね
they're making a 4-man push. And look at this, the pillow swine which is not yet evolved with the block. Divine was pushed out, but not for too long. He gets back in
Wow.
and barely survives.
Right.
Thankful to his Urshifu coming through, but True Rippers are still
Right.
successful to destroy the
Right.
first
Skill
goal
回
zone
復するから
and still not taking the lead. You can see the
Techno
goal
KO 取ると。
difference is just right now 15,
ここがね、
and Godzin are the
結構
ones
的
who
には
have the
強い
lead
と思
for
って
now.
ずっとそ
But
っち
True
を選んじ
Rippers,
ゃう
at
な
least。they'll be happy that they destroyed a goal zone. Now the battle will change to the top lane, where we can see the Reggie Aliki still being there as True Rippers switching from the bottom lane after destroying the goal zone. They're scoring goals on the top, and I think they will destroy that as well.
特に
And
慣れたら
finally,
多分剣の
True
前が強い
Rippers
と思うけど。
take away the lead.
True Rippers
しいんだよな。
wanted this and they got this for themselves. 5 minutes still on the clock, 5.5, and that means they can just move forward again and again as the chaos are happening again and again. This is looking good. But so far, we'll have to see if this is what God's Drain can come out of, or not, as God's Drain is playing on a slower side right now. True Rippers again moving forward, pushing them around. And I don't think so they wanted this as True Rippers is taking things apart.
強いな。
はい
海外
Godzilla are known for a team
絶対
to
タン
be
ク入って
scoring
る
a
よ
lot
ね。
rather than being very aggressive,
まあ
which is
そうね、旅マンの
being
情報入
seen
れてる
here.
そう
But
な
on
ん
the
です
other
す
hand,
ごい
True Rippers are so
Unique.
aggressive that they're delivering
Unique.
KO after the
Unique.
KO. A big Unite comes from the Queen herself. A 2 KO streak along with the Regieliki pushing on the top lane. They're here to destroy the second goal zone as well. With 9 more AOS energy that they have to put through, I think that goal zone will also be destroyed. Yes, the second one also being destroyed. 2 or 304 coming in from True Rippers. Looking unstoppable. The way they're switching lanes, the way they're pushing together to fight. Whether it's a 5-man fight or a 4-man fight, the success is always True Rippers, Ocean.
They definitely are getting that success for themselves. And as we just talk about it, God's Reign is kind of in the hinge of the battle. But now True Rippers, they want to get more and more knockouts, which is looking pretty good for themselves. Daksha is moving forward as well. Registeel, I believe they can just destroy this one as well. And that is going to be giving up them good boost again. But God's Reign, this just showcases on their own mentality that what's happening is wrong for them.
It might, but right now one thing I'm worried for True Rippers is they're destroying so many goal zones. Now when the Rayquaza is about to spawn in another 2 minutes, there they might just have problem if God's Reign steal it away. God's Reign will have more bases to score, more zones to score, and then True Rippers, even though they have the lead right now, it'll all be broken down into pieces and destroyed as their hopes. And this is a best of 3. Like a best of 5, they don't have a lot of chances, so they need to make sure they don't give away the chances. Daksh right now was hiding in the tall grasses for now. He gives their team an idea of where the players are moving in from and denying them from getting the goal scored in. On the top, a goal zone has been destroyed, so they do not want that happening on the bottom as well. Omen, look at him, he barely survives, thankful to his teammates, but Divide, he's pushed into the flux of their opponents and I don't think he'll be able to survive. He's trying his best to at least find one KO, but he himself gets knocked out. And on the other end, Sarina also finds one knockout for herself, but in the meantime, Omen, he's quick, he wants to take this Regieliki away and take the tide in the favor of God's Reign rather than True Rippers, but True Rippers are reading into it. They're all running to the top lane.
They know it, how important it is for them. Omen, he just, barely survived a couple of seconds back, went to his own base, and that was the wrong thing. But look at this. This is looking good. Right now, True Rippers is coming back onto the mid side. We'll have to see what can happen. Oh my god, God's Reign. Exactly. It's something that's just playing. It's a maze in the mind. Whatever they're trying, it's just not happening for them.
They're just stuck in, especially their half, their side of the half. They're unable to even get closer to the bases of True Rippers, unable to get closer to the goal zones. Even if they're getting there, a player gets isolated and God's Reign lose a player, and everybody else have to retreat. It's just becoming too tough. And look at what True Rippers are doing, understanding that there's just a 20-second gap between the Rayquaza and the bottom boss Pokemon. They're like, we'll take Registeel very quickly, get that advantage for ourselves and the attack buff that we'll get because of it, and immediately jump for Rayquaza even before God's Reign getting an advantage. And understanding how important this is, God's Reign jump and swoop into the fight, take away the Registeel for themselves, get that attacking buff for themselves, and they're moving away. This might be the small last ray of hope that they needed. Can they make it happen? Rayquaza is here. This is the final stretch.
Rayquaza is here and this is what they needed. Now they'll have to just take down all the points that they can for themselves as God's Reign is slowly and steadily moving forward. A couple of Pokemon just onto the base back again. Devesh moving forward from True Rippers. We'll have to see if True Rippers has an answer for them. The point difference is still not a lot. I mean, we have seen comebacks happening right now as Daksha is moving forward, just coming up with his own attacks, but we'll have to see what happens as God's Reign. They are trying to do everything. This time Daksha was isolated, but no, he just comes back with his own teammates as he would want to stay there and he will feel safe. What can they do in 1 minute 20 seconds? We'll have to see.
Not a lot of time here, Ocean. Clock's ticking. They need to do something. Daksh, he's not overextending, and also he's giving calls to his teammates, telling where he's going, because of which, even though he's losing HP, his teammates are there to cover him up. Comes in with a slam again, and look at this. The Mamoswine was isolated and comes in with with a big unite. He goes in for a sleep, and now Mamoswan is super low. Divine is trying his best, but he gets knocked out. A brilliant way to work it out. The defender is down. The man who could have taken a lot of damage is gone. And with less than 50 seconds to go here, God's Reign, the ability to get back in the game is looking tough, but Omen is making it possible. He goes in, gets scores done, making use of the advantage, and same goes for True Rippers. Understanding that there is no Rayquaza chance here, let's just swoop in, get goals dunked and scored. They increase the lead, making sure that God's Reign, who are catching up, they have a big difference to catch up to. We are at 413, whereas 333. The only way that they can catch up to is a big 100, but before that big 100 can come in, a big 62 gets scored, and the score gets just pushed further, Ocean.
God's Reign just thought they touched the victory. They thought they were close, but then again, True Rippers, they were taking things for themselves, ripping up the numbers. And this looks really good for them. True Rippers is going to be really, really happy as they are starting up on a good note for themselves. Omen just comes in, but all in vain. Oh, what a game.
Big one. Man, oh man, Ocean, what a commanding game coming in from True Rippers. 713, even not even touching Rayquaza, they were just denying God's Reign to get closer to their legendary pit. That's all that they did. What a play. Look at Daksh, 11 assists coming in from his end, and accepted. He
side, but look at this, God's Reign have a really good hold for themselves.
ストライク、まあ、1周回って上 KO を取って、
but looking at
2周目、
actually switched over, understanding at the bottom there's been a heavy attack from God's Reign. Wanted to punish it, but so back or maybe take this. So no.
真ん中食べの
Now there's a heavy hitting fight coming up between God's Reign and True Rippers, as we can just see onto the bottom lane, and this bottom lane, it's going to be populated, overpopulated, but this is where Snorlax is once again going for it, and the knockouts are happening.
Ooh, brilliant swoop in from Q.
攻められた側になんか人数書きたくなるけど、上側アマージュだけなんだ。今から言ってもどうせ間に合わないし、
from Q to eliminate and take out a player, and right now it's looking at True Rippers.
30入ってき
It's
て
like
くれたもんな。
immediately see where destroy the goal on the top.
Populate coming up between God's Reign, but
マリルリなんで取ったんだろう。
Whiskers, if not that lost for themselves, but True Rippers, they knew it.
マジ
That
で
God's
イ
Reign
ンド
was
の
closer to them.
メタなん
They
かね
decided to just swoop
インドメタ
in with the numbers.
今
インドメタ
超強い。
Oh my god, 700.
めちゃめちゃ評価されてる説ある。
You can see Omen.
まあでもバンギバンとかしてるから全然なんか環境は違うっていうのあるよな。
Teammates are not getting closer to
全
Rayquaza,
く違いそう
and
や
nobody
ね。
else got a chance. What did
ウーラオ
True
ス
Rippers
も
do? They're like, we'll not fight with
日
Omen.
本とか
He
だったら
scored
も
the
っと
100
上の
that
方
he had.
1番2番に
For
絶
him
対
to
取る
get
ポケモン
another
だし。
50 AOS energy, he has to fight a lot of Pokemon, and he needs to knock those wild Pokemons, collect
ウ
the
ーラオ
AOS
ス相
energy
手
and
に
get
バン
them.
ギ取るみたい
So
な
what
チ
did
ーム
True
もいた
Rippers
か
do?
ら、
They're like,
そこら辺
yes,
嫌っ
all
てたか
5 are
と
still
思った
alive.
けど、言うて
Let's
バンギは
all
バン
5
ギ
of
ってる
us
から。
push, and you can see 94, 70, 86, 52, 24,
素直に
26.
近距離キャリー枠でウーラオスよ
And
り
just
も
decided to
他
score.
のポ
They're
ケモン
like,
の方が高い。
forget about Omen, forget
ア
about
マージョ
one
とか
solo
ワレンとかの
scorer.
方が。
Let's all become scorers.
They showcase
そん
how
な
this
こ
is
と
a
ある
team
か
game,
ね。
right?
そんなことあるんかね。
For God's
Wow,
Reign,
でも
what they needed was they wanted to just
あるの
keep
か。
ウーラオスが嫌な番
themselves.
組
They
を
tried.
し
You
っかり
talked
バン
about
して
this,
る
right?
から
God's Reign is a scoring team. They don't go for
バン
the
してる
aggression.
けど、
They
早め
don't
に取るわ
score.
けじゃないんだよ
But
ね。
True
ウーラオ
Rippers
スを。
already had
それでも
an
最後の
answer.
方
You'll
で
see,
取ってる
this
か
was
ら。
one time alongside the
普通にそこ見てなさそうなんだよ。
like when God's like the
謎。
単純に嫌だっていうだけか。
that upper advantage.
まあ、マリル、あ、でも違うか。右側がバンギバンだもん
each
な。
other's back. They got
マ
each
リルリ
other's
取りたいから
back.
バンギ
They
バ
were
ンだし。
together
そうか
whenever
そうか
the
ウーラ
match
ス
was happening. They were
片側
together
は
whenever
別にか。
they were just trying to destroy the goals or anything. And that just showcases
アマ
how
が嫌
True
なんか、
Rippers
アマ
are
使う気満々
playing.
やっ
What's
た
their
のかな。
mentality? That is definitely the showcase.
かな。アマージュ重め
Yeah,
に見
there
て
were
るか
no
ら、
big
バンギバンし
strategies
と
or
い
something
て、
coming in where they
まあ、
wanted
ミ
to
ュウだ
play
ったり、
sneakily, they
まあ、スト
wanted
ライ
to
クと
go and
か、
jump
Yeah.
for ambush
ストラ
or
イクとか
something.
サポタンと
They're
か取
like,
っ
we're a
て、
team, let's play as a
ア
team.
マージュを
We
取る。
fight together, we live together, we survive together, we goal together. That's all they did. With the last wave of, you saw the Registeel fight coming through God's Reign, but immediately that Registeel advantage was denied. True Rippers immediately fought against them. So, unfortunate for them. Tried their best here, Ocean.
わからん、ちょっと。
But again,
もう
it's
2
the
戦
first
ぐらい
time
見
it
たいな。
happens, right?
環
They
境
are
どん
the
な感じやろ。
DPS が少ないから、まあ取ったのかもしれない
first
ね。
game jitters, which even happened on the land. So I'll give
Oh,
them that
that
benefit
yeah.
of the doubt. But this is the best of 3, Ocean. They have to be worried
Wonder
about that.
Woman.
This is the best of 3. If you lose now, you lose it all.
ようわからぬ。
I mean, you're talking about this is the best of three, right? What I believe is, yes, it is. But if Godrian needs to make a comeback, it's gonna be this match only. Otherwise, if it's not a comeback game for them, it just ends, right? 2-0 it means best of 3. So that's gonna be the thing for me. But we'll definitely see and understand if Godrian is gonna be just keeping up that composure for themselves, because 1-0 is what the headline reads right now, and this headline is not something that Godrian is enjoying.
確かにハピナスとか取ってるわけじゃないもんな。またの評価高いん
Yeah,
だ
I。mean, anything and everything that they wanted to do worked out. They didn't have to be worried about, oh, wait, are we getting knocked
ま
out?
あ、
Is
敵
our
が
teammate facing difficulty? No, at all times, I think
なん
the
だろうな。
communication was so efficient
まあ、
that
アサシ
whenever
ン系
somebody
が
was
少ないん
going
だ
for
とやっ
an
ぱわ
attack
た
or
は
a
強い
move
の
or
かな。
wanted to try and
一気に
initiate
落と
a
され
fight,
る相手、ストラ
they
イク
were
とか
always
ドード
on,
ルとかアブソルとか、そ
I
ういう
would
相
say,
手
together, as you said, covering
に
each other's back. They
サ
knew
ポート
what
したい
was
ときは
happening,
絶対
especially
ワタよ
in
り
tough
ハピのユ
right?
ナイトなんだ
He
け
was
ど、
acting as that
そういう
initiator. He was
五眼
jumping in,
系
causing
が
trouble, going
出
in with
て
the
なか
heavy
った
slam,
から
then
ドード
immediately
ルぐら
coming in
い、
with the block,
まあまあ、
trying to squish
試合
somebody
の
to
中
the
でも
wall
守れ
where
た
they can immediately knock him out. I mean, we did not see a lot
増
of
えてます。
wall
3番
blocks
か。
coming through as a knockout because throughout the initial, I would stage
そう
India
インド
Open
に
that we
は
saw,
アマハ
where a
ピと
lot of
い
teams
う
showed us what
あれが
can
ない
be
のかもし
bested
れないね。
on Snorlax.
そもそ
Here,
もね。
everybody has figured out that
そも
counter
そ
now.
も
That counter is just not
か
enough.
もしれん。
With
まあ、
the
アマー
日
ジ
本
ョ
側
だけ
のあ
守
れか
るよりも
もしれない。
Not like
広くストライクとか守った方がいいか、ダメージでそうでもあるしな。ミュー
It
ト
looked
並
like
ば
it
し
didn't
て、
affect even the slightest
なおに
with
カビゴン
Eldegoss.
でエ
They
ンゲー
had
ジ
the
させてから
Eldegoss,
リソース
which
発破
has
した後
worked
にアマージョ
super
入るぐらいだった
efficiently
ら、
for every
ハピナス
team
に
in
なるし
terms。of a healer. And
昨
they did
日
the
一緒に
job.
採
昨
用
日
して
もあれ
Just
だ
not
け
the
ど
first
さ、
victory.
アマハピっていうよりはなん
They
か
definitely
カビ
did.
アマ
They
のセッ
definitely
トが
did.
多か
But
った気
now
が
we
する
have
ん
to
だよな。
see
ま
what
あそう
happens
ね、
in
やっ
the
ぱ
other
アマージの
10
耐久
minutes
力も
as
下
well.
が
What's
ってる
gonna
か
be
ら、
changing
あ
a
る程
bit?
度
Will
先に
it
ダメー
change
ジ
the
を
pace
く
of
れ
the
るリソ
game?
ース探して
Or
るやつ
will it
を突っ
keep
込ま
the
せてから
tide
入るぐらいが
just in the
今の
favor
ア
of
マージ
True
ョ
Rippers only? Once
働け
again,
る
just
気がする。
reminding everyone, we saw 4 teams in the
入り
in the
アマー
LAN
ジョが
event,
マジ
right?
で
True
体持
Rippers
たん
was
から
not there.
ハピナスになら
Now
ない
we
と。
see what True Rippers is
使
capable
い
of
方だいぶ
again
変わって
for
る
the
気がする、
starters.
昔と。
But let's see what happens in this time and what are the
見せに来た。
bans.
I hope they don't do a Sableye ban this time. They go better and
Yeah.
maybe a Mew ban because Devesh, he was annoying on that Mew. 7 seconds to go, but if you want to
結
ban
局さっき
something
の
for
試合も
True Rippers,
私ら
what
が
do you think? Is it
が
the
いたから
Sizer? Is
ミュウの
it
ユナイト
the
使った後もミュ
Serena?
Oh,
ウ
definitely.
余裕で
No,
生き
no, no,
残りながら
definitely
周り
Sizer.
も回
It's
復してい
it's
く
it's
の
an
したわ
S
けだ
tier,
し
you know it, right? It's one of the
私
highest
らが
tier
ビートを前に
Pokemon
出てたよ
right
な
now. Sizer is something that I
そ
would
の後の
want
だ
to
いぶ
ban because in the last game
技
as
の
well
方
we
が
saw
つながりや
MVP
すそうだった
Sizer only. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no.
Again?
Sableye again?
みんな守ってみんなでだいぶ
またアマなのかもしれんな。
Not too
今
sure. I
は
mean, I know what Sableye can
ま
do
た
as an
まあ
individual
ま
Pokemon.
あカビゴンタンク系プラスアマージョ今までアマハピをこうタンクの代
I
わりと
don't
して
feel
前
like Sableye even is needed for them.
じゃなく
But
て
True Rippers are like, okay,
他に
let's
タン
just
ク
give them a change
タン
here
ク
in
ア
the
マ
second game. They come
プ
up
ラ
with
スま
one
あ
other
チーム
than
の
Blissey.
ヒーラー
I'm
そんな
looking
感じ
forward to how it
ね
works out.
アマと組
And
み合
on
わ
the
せ
other
る枚
end,
数が増え
what
た分
Godzilla
白
are
髪
going
で
to be
ちゃんと
picking
全員
up.
見れるよう
Because
にと。
Eldegoss has been
みたいな
banned
感じ
from
だと
True
思うな
Rippers end. I'm not too sure. I
Exactly.
think maybe True Rippers
お
thought
初
that
手ハ
okay,
ピ
safe
バタ
for
バン
themselves said, I've shown them a lot what I can
まあ
do.
サポー
So
ト
let's
ヒ
not
ー
give
ラー
them
を
a
もう
chance to
独
pick
占
up
し
that
ちゃおう作
Eldegoss
戦
and give that healing opportunity for the players of
あ
Godzilla.
ー
They banned that so
こ
that
れ
Godzilla
あった
cannot
のなんかどっかとス
pick
キル
it
見
up.
た時も
Scepter.
ワタハピなくなった
This
時
time
の
he
サポ
comes
ート
up
と
with
し
a
て
Mew
フー
of
パ
his
採
own.
用
And Vixen, if you just talk about it, he also has a pretty good pick for himself. Hoopa coming up. We'll see what he is capable of in
フ
this
ラパ
one.
フーパ
Slowly and steadily, we'll have to see Azumarill once again picked by God's Rain
入れ
Divine.
替わったよね
As。we just talk about it. Omen, alright. I
変わ
thought he
っ
was
た
gonna
ね
change
うん
it.
変わった
透
ね。
明さんとか
But,
先左いたから
nope. The change is
マリン
not
ビ評
coming
価
up.
高
Omen just locking it up on Age Slash, which is pretty good.
ハピバンギストライク
But Kaio, you know that's the
Wow.
thing. Sizer is here. True Rippers, they are confident. Once
まあ
again
ミュウまで
confident.
い
than
けるキャラ
before.
もうちょっと欲しさあるけどな
I
左側
might
は
think I might.
前は
might
バリ
think
バン
this
ギとか
one is
強い
going
んだよ
to
な。
Yeah, especially with
Bang
ego,
happy. Oh.
understanding, he has a
What?
Tyranitar pick and then a
What?
Pikachu and a
What?
Ninetales. Oh my god, few Ripples are going all out. Heavy bash is
こ
coming
れ
in.
は
Devesh will come with his
攻撃的だ
Ninetales, slow them down with his Aurora Wall, as well as
中
I
古は
I
割と
would
わか
say.
るけどね。ドアンテそうなのはある
Fear
か
or something, I forgot. I'll look into that. But on the other hand, Noxy, who I'm interested. He comes up
ナイ
with
ト
the
回
Zerora.
転
I've
早いし、
missed Zerora
なんやかんや
throughout
便利
the
枠ではあるから、
entire, I would say,
まあ
Unite
ピカ
that
チ
I've
ュ
seen.
ウ、
As
キ
well
ャッ
as
チ力
Hoopa,
も合わ
who
せ
was
て
there
バン
in
ジ
the
頑張ろ
early
う。
when the remote stadium was there. Hoopa was like a
動画が欲
default
しかったみたいな、
supporter
そうい
that
う話
everybody
かな。
picked.
面
But
白いけど
now
さ、
again,
序盤
I
3
question
人
anytime
強い
that
入れ
Hoopa
て
has
1
come in.
枚めちゃ
But
くちゃ
here's
遅
one
め
thing I'll
の
tell
や
you,
つとか
Ocean.
結構多いね。
Whenever Godzin have picked up Hoopa,
Ma,
that is
so, ne,
changed the
Kaliyo
tide
de
of the game,
Ban
and I'm
Lina
looking forward to
Hashite.
what Godzin are looking forward to doing here.
5
ナ
枚
オラ
軽いみたいなのは
Oh my god,
Amma
this
minai na.
is a different league
ゼラ
now,
オ
I'm
ラ
telling you. This is a
まあ
different
明
league,
示
a
系
different
2枚
story.
だから
If
そこに
anything,
刺
you
す
have to
話
just
な
see
の
and
かな。
understand what
球
can
根機械
happen.
のゼラオラ。
But True Rippers versus God's Rain. This
True Rippers
might
さすがに
just
トリ
be
ッ
a
クかな。
2-0 game. This might not. We'll see.
か
as
見
the
えて
game
ゼラオラ
just
取るっ
commenced
て
right
こ
in
と
front
は
of our eyes.
結構なんかあるかも
I'm
しれ
worried
ない
right now for
直すとかで
Night
もないもん
It
な。
puts up an
やっぱね
avalanche
も
and
う
then we end up seeing
ぶ
the
ち殺す
Thunderbolt
ぶち
or
殺
even
した
the
ことはある
Thunderball
な。
coming through.
ぶ
It's
ち
going
消え
to
よう
cause
っ
a
て。
lot of trouble
ア
for
ジュン
God's
チャン
Rain.
ネルじゃない
They will
な
be。stunned, they'll
ア
be
ジュンチャンネル
unable
じゃ
to
なかった
move.
な。
A
音
lot
場
of
が
things to be worried about, but God's Rain they also have a
変
Zeraora.
わった。
Previously we
バグ
saw
か
God's Rain coming on with the Dodrio as a speedster.
Oh.
This time they have
ゼ
a
ラオラなん
Zeraora.
か変わったもし
I
か
want
し
to
て。
see them doing some kind of
こんばんは。
magic
もちもち
with
さん
that
のこんばんは。
Zeraora if possible. I know it's too much to
2
ask,
戦
but
目で
we
す。
did see
トゥ
previously
ル
where they
リ
tried with
ペ
the
ーズ
Dodrio
が
to level up.
リッパー
You
ズが
saw
今1本取っ
Snorlax,
ての
Daksh,
2戦目
right?
です。
He went right into their mid lane and denied them from leveling up, denied them from
フーパプラパ出すとリップ
gaining
かな
experience on that wild Pokemon.
まあ、
He
フー
jumped
パ
in
ホー
too
ルでは
quick,
なさそうだよね。
defeated
この、なん
Accelgor
か
and、Excalibur
タンクと
because
か
of
もい
which
ない、
did
体張れ
not
る
get
キャラい
that
ないとき。
boosts.
なおにシール
Yeah,
ドプラス
yeah,
オタバリみ
that
たい
is
な
true,
感じ
that
で
is、true right now, but
本当にコットンガー的な
one
感
of
じ
the
で使ってきてほしいわ。
situations, True Rippers. Exactly. I mean that
トリ
there
ッ
is,
クもな、なん
but
かあの、
let's talk about the scenarios, right?
あ
I
れ
wanna
プラス
know
になっ
from
てか
you
らだったっ
because you
け
were
ダメー
doing
ジ
the
入れたら
Winter
回復するようになるや
scenario
つ
previously as。well.
シー
True
ルド中に。
Rippers and God's Rain. I wanna ask this question from you. What do you think
ダメージ
they
入れたら
are doing
そんな効
different
果あったっ
as
け
compared to
ト
the
リック中
previous
ダメー
times
ジ入
when
れた
they
ら
were
回復す
playing?
るじゃ
Not
ん。
against each other overall though, but what do you think
トリ
True
ック
Rippers is
中
doing different if you have
そん
taken
な
a
のあ
hit
った
of
ん
it
だ
or not?
あるあるある。
True Rippers, one
Plus
thing
なっ
that
てか
they're
らか知
doing
らんけど。
different is previously they wanted to stun them or slow them
だか
down
らまあ、
with the
素直
heavy
に
slam coming through on Daksh on the Snorlax, but this
サ
time
ポートしても
they
全
have an
然強
entire
そう。
Pokemon
全
which
強
has
しな、何
better
にフ
range,
ーパ
which is none
と
other
りあ
than
え
Ninetales,
ず。
and
レ
on
ベルで。
top of that they have Pikachu as well, so the Thunder Shocks are going to be coming in, whether it's a
依頼
Thunderbolt
状
or a
とか。
Thunderball, it's going to drain a lot of HP. So just imagine two attackers initiate with doing little damage in terms of HP, and then your all-rounders swoop in who do heavy bashing damage. They have a Tyranitar
Sam.
as well as a Scyther coming in. Huge.
That is correct. That is correct. But my question was from the previous India national final scenario, from that time to this time, what do
Oh.
you think they're doing different? Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
True
man.
Rippers, my bad then.
Yeah.
True Rippers, we've not seen them in the India Open because they got eliminated very early on.
Yeah,
They had
yeah.
a tough scenario, but God's Rain, looking at them, as I said, right,
Yeah.
bringing in this Hoopa, this gives me the heebie-jeebies where I've seen them. They pick Hoopa and then they change the
Miss
tide of the
Kana.
game. They change the outcome. They change the thought of
Nagai.
what True Rippers
Nagai.
wanted to do to True Rippers, figuring out why is this Hoopa pick there. Now you understand, right? This becomes a reactive approach. Why is there a Hoopa? Hoopa is something as a supporter does not find a way to do a lot of damage, Ocean, because Hoopa is like helping teammates out to jump, putting out that teleportation hyperspace holes, and they just
Yeah.
make use of it to go to the top or the bottom. So I think
Yeah.
bringing out that Hoopa is going to be very interesting. And again, Hoopa with the Unite is going to be very dangerous whenever it happens. So I think God's Rain will incline to that, and also this time try to do damage and bash. But we have also an
Definitely.
update from our production team
英語
that
聞き
there
取れ
has
そうで
been a
地味に
leak
聞き
that's
取れ
coming
ん。
in for the God's Rain team. So we
あ
will
フ
see
ーパー
what
ユ
they
ナイ
fix
ト
because
危ないね、これ言
again
ったけど。
when the
何も
Hoopa
詳
was
しいこ
there,
とわからん
right? It was on
Yeah.
Vixen. Vixen is
Exactly.
their all-rounder, and that's what I was worried. I thought maybe versatile player. That
I
was the
mean,
thing.
Vixen is the one who had that glitch coming up on picking that,
Yeah.
Pokemon. So I believe definitely is going to change something, and we're going to be restarting up with this match really, really soon when we just talk about it. But oh my God, for a while we were definitely taken aback for a lot of things. Technically coming up from True Ripper's side as well. When we talked about the Ninetales and Pikachu pick coming up, right? That
Yeah.
combo is going to be a really, really good one. So had this match had started right now, I believe the magic would have already happened. Trust me.
フーパー気になるな
I
ぁ。
agree,
練習したさある
I
な。
mean, I understand
Papa
Pikachu
Walker.
and Ninetales would have
強
been
そうではあ
pushed,
るけ
but
ど、
True Rippers
開
just
拓で
saw
きてない
them
か
how
らね。
well they played, how well they had
Yeah.
each
普通に
other
そ
back
の
and then knew
ワ
what
タ
they
ハ
were.
キが消え
They
た
knew
時
at
用の
what
サポートと
position
し
their
て
player
どれ
had
だ
to
け
be
大
so
事
that
に
he
するか。
wouldn't have been
なるほどね。
squished or targeted upon. So they know that
ユ
these
ナイトがなで
distance
も、な
where
ん
they
か
have to run
効率
away
に
from
使うの
the
結
players.
局難しそ
On
う
the
よ
other
ね。
end, where
考えない
God's
と。
Rain just now had one Blitz Vixen.
一気に
I
5
mean,
人抜けてみたい
I
な。
thought
5人
as
で動
we
いて
were
強い
talking
環境
about
では
it,
ない
right?
か
The Hoopa coming in, yes,
ら、
it's
飛
a
ぶ人
game
決めた
changer.
りして。
But Vixen picking it, I was a little bit
この
like.
辺でやっぱレンドが必要なのがきついんだよな。
Vixen
間
is
違いない。
most of
急
an
に出して
all-rounder.
強いポケモン
So
では はな
I
い
was
よ。
like worried. So eventually when we correct that glitch, but I want to understand. Do you think
こんばんは、トヨモ
there
様
is
の
a
こんばんは
chance。to
今2戦目です。2戦目のタイミングだったけど、なんかピックかなんかで問題があって、1回遅延入
two
って
attackers
ま
and
す。
then one supporter as well. So they have heal going. They have damage doing Pokemons, both in
ルーパ
terms
な
of range
ユナイト
as
中
well as
も
all
いい
around.
ダメージ出る
Do
し
you think there
い
is
い
a
キャラだけ
chance
ど
that God's Ring
守るって考え
can
たらあんまだもん
swoop
な
in and find a
ダバリと
loophole?
わざと
Minor chance, if anything. Right now, with the let's talk about two, three things. Right, first thing is mentality. With the mentality that True Rippers is playing, with the mentality that they've had the first game for
すごい目
themselves, I
隠
don't
し
think so. They're going to be,
これ
there's
ああ
gonna
確か
be
に
force that's going to be stopping them.
目
That was
隠
the
してる
first thing.
か
Second thing is going to be the understanding of the game. Obviously, God's Reign has a brilliant understanding of the game. Maybe sticking together, just coming down, stunning their opponents, and then obviously knocking them out. That can be one of the things. We saw what happened in the first game as well. With respect to, let's turn it up.
顔がここ
Let's talk
消えとる
about
も
God's
ん
Reign,
な
right in the first game.
え
When
すばさんよ
Dondrio was all alone, there was no help, right? No one from God's Reign was coming up to help
手でかくね
that player, right? Who was playing Dondrio. So
の
that
手
was one of the things.
なんか
You did
手
not
め
have
ちゃめちゃ
any
でかく
exact
ね
moment. You did not have
カ
any
メラのあれの
backup
問
to
題
support you. True Rippers' best thing
指
was they had the backups for
見ないん
themselves.
だけど今
Whenever someone was getting attacked, if you talk about Snorlax or anyone, they had a
イン
backup,
ディ
a
ーン法
proper
テストこれ
backup
が
that was just helping them out to
で
play
か
it all around. If God's
俺の
Reign
2
can
倍ぐらいあるだって
isolate True Rippers' players
そう
in
で
this
かいて
one game, then definitely it can happen. But coming down from the range attacks, I think this
Yeah.
will still be a big question, maybe a big no. I don't know, but obviously time is the best teacher, so time will tell.
なるほどね
Exactly, I agree with you. There is a situation where they have to separate. They have to literally pick players from True Rippers and move them in different directions. Because True Rippers, you did see them in the first game that even if they were taking individual fights, they were taking closer to their goal zones where they knew there was a citrus berry or there was a chance that they could immediately heal themselves up, gain a little HP, and immediately answer back. So at all times, they either got their backs covered with their teammates or at least their lanes. So I feel like if God's Reign do not find a way to figure out to pick these players, separate these
長い
players,
ね
and
問
then
題
eliminate them one after
なかなか
another,
始まら
knock
ない
them out, it's going to be very difficult. And also,
Hmm,
we've seen
bah.
right how well Daksh was doing in terms of using his block, pushing players off either
マジで
closer to his teammates or just pushing
マ
them
リ
away.
リー
They're
が
like,
高いな
you have no rights to be here around the legendary pit or maybe even in the mid lane or even in the bot lane. Just run away from here,
今のも
whether they
さ
were going in for the red
うん
shell
あれだよ
or
ね
the
ワタ
CDP,
バンと
the
ヤミラミ
top
バ
or
ンだもんね
the
ウーラ
bottom,
スさ空いてるけ
even
ど
the
取ってないもん
bosses
ね
were getting denied.
そう
That's how
ね
True Rippers played. There's like,
ウーラスの評価マジで
what
い
do we
い
have to do? Fight. As a
さ
team.
っきのピ
I
ック
think these two crucial things that they understood that fight is going to be
一
super
試合も
crucial
二
of
試合
what
も
fights you pick and play as a team worked
ウー
out
ラオス
very
超
well
後回し
for
だったし
True Rippers. But on the other end, you saw right as we did
こ
talk
の大会
about
メダル
God's
使い
Reign,
ます
who
リミッ
concentrate
ト
more
な
on
し
scoring,
レアリ
leveling
テ
up,
ィリミッ
and
トもなし
getting a lot of
全部使いま
goals
す
done and also trying to get Rayquaza. That thought process was there from God's Reign, but it was not there to execute.
うん
That I would
It
say
was
last
denied,
seal the deal was
まあ
denied.
ウーラオスやっぱ序盤弱いから
Exactly,
な
it was
そこ
definitely
ら辺嫌
denied,
ってん
and
の
we
それなのかな
saw that was when Rayquaza appears, that is the only time either you can just gain all the points or you can lose it all. God's Reign tried,
Yeah.
they started, but they could not gain anything, just the experience from all this one. But True Rippers is something that made them lose it all. There was just before that, there was a time when God's Reign was just at around 333
ど
points.
こでも
They
多
were
いな
at
本当に
339, so it was almost
Yeah.
by the
他のリーグで
inches.
も
They almost just got them by the collar, but then
え
True
昨日も
Rippers
出てた
had
の
some different plans
昨日見
for
て
the
ないんで
first
もう
game,
いた
but
き
not
いたいた
everybody
い
will
た
have to see and
あ、そう
understand
な
what
ん
can
だ。
happen in the second game. Obviously, it's going to be starting up really soon. Once
まあ
it
割と
starts,
簡単
yeah.
に取る感じだ
question
ったけ
is
ど
going to be, and I believe everyone's question is going to be, is it a 2-0
あ
or is it a
ど
1-1?
んな感じだったっけ
Once again, only we'll see.
Exactly. This is going to be kind of a heavy blow if it happens, Ocean, as a 2-0, because God's Reign, this is their first
なん
match.
かサポ2枚取ってその近距離キャリー枠
They
で
were
バンに
nowhere
取ってみたい
seen
な
in the entire
マジで多か
grand
った
finals of
ダメージ足り
Pokemon
ない
Unite
時と
India
か
Open, right?
敵
So
に
that's something
なん
that
だろ
I'm worried for them.
あの時何
崩
が
されたり
Region,
っていうの
but
は
again,
も
this is the league stage, so God's
う
Reign
なん
can
とか
still make a comeback.
耐えれる
It
マクロがある
it
んだ
might
ろ
give them a hit in
う
the
ん
ranking.
多分
They
そうなの
might
かな序
lose
盤
out on coming
絶
out
対
in the
重いから
second or the
こ
third.
こをなんとか
But
して
I
経験
feel
稼げ
like they
る
can still be okay with it
立ち
because
回りを
we've
考えて
seen
る
God's Reign getting back into the game,
なるほど
and
ね
when they get back into the game, they are beasts unchained.
I still remember that moment, right, when you were casting and I was just out
ガチ
there
ャ強い
right
けど
next
な
to God's Reigns
Yeah.
players, and obviously they were just
Oh,
the players
Tabeo.
and the crowd of God's Reign support. They were just
あ
sitting
ジョン
out
さん
there,
頼んだ
and they knew it that
適
the
当に見と
match
きま
is
す
coming onto them. They just wavered the flag of
Yeah.
the team right in front of everyone, and that became the moment, the highlight reel, I believe.
Exactly.
That was just one of the finest things, and the enthusiasm, the cheers that were coming up on God's Reign, because that day, first thing, they lost the match. They lost their first match, right? They went down to the lower bracket finals, won that lower bracket finals. They were behind 2-0, went down to 3-2. Then came to the grand finals, lost the first grand final match, then won the second match, then lost the third match, lost the fourth match, then came down and won it.
何言
Till
っ
the
てるか
last
微妙にわかん
minute,
ない
they。just fought to
だから
take
ね、
down
MC 大変だ
everything
ね。
for
とりあえず多分
themselves.
リーグの
Bragging
今
their
説明
rights,
しとるわ。
coming down on the land,
ルール
and
説明は
getting
ね、
the
時
trophy,
間稼げ
but
て、
lifting up of that
時間
trophy
稼げて
every
めちゃめ
single
ちゃい
day.
いよ。
Hard work was coming up for
こ
them.
こで一旦ルールおさらいします。
なるほどね。
時間
That
稼
they
げるから
became a part of. Right now, I
あ、今
believe
ルー
they
ル説
can
明
do
してる
it
な、
again,
この人た
but
ちが。
if they
多
want
分
to
フ
do
ァー
it
ストブラケッ
at,
トみたい
at
な感
this
じで言うてる
moment,
から、
they need both of
暇
these
つぶ
things.
しで多分喋ってる。
Yes, they need it. They need to find that same
ここで一
back-
旦ルール説明
back
挟ん
into
でみたいな
a
カンペで
scenario
取ると
where
思うわ。
they feel themselves inside the game. But I feel
なん
like
けど
the one thing that is working here for True Rippers Ocean is that they got a chance to sit back and watch how all these teams played when they fought out in the LAN. I think that is
Yeah.
something that True Rippers did is good,
Oh, why not?
efficient board work, good, efficient study of understanding the individual player, of how that player likes to play, of what kind of a Pokemon they like to play, and how do we have to break them apart. And I feel like that's what it looks very separated. It looks like broken into pieces play coming in from God's Reign. It looks like the
また
puzzle
決
is
して
just
ハ
all
ピ
over
ール
the
取
board.
った
They
ら
have to find a way,
高
pick the
校
pieces
1個
and
目とかで
connect
闇
them,
ラミ
connect
取
the
れる
dots,
と
and
しても
that's
ちょっ
when
とハ
God's
ピー
Reign
ル
will
からある
get
程度
back
大丈
into
夫
the
とか
game.
なんかな。
And that True Rippers can never expect.
まあ
They
ド
will
ド
be unsure of what
闇ド
happens.
ドって
But
取ら
when
れ
it
るけ
hits them,
ど、
it'll hit them on the
そう
hindsight.
取
And
れる
True
んだっ
Rippers
たら
like,
ハピと相性いい
Give
や
it a
つ
minute,
ら
what、just happened? You
まあス
mentioned,
トラ
right?
イクだったり、
That lead
バン
which
ギまで
looked
行くのは割と
so
怪しい
big,
けど。
God's Reign swooped in.
Yeah.
Omen came and helped them out. He got them so close that the difference was just only
ハピ
15
バン
goals.
ギって並びマジで序盤弱そうだけどな。
True Rippers did not think through and did not decide
な
to
んと
go
か
and
してるんよな。
score goals
なんとか
themselves.
しようと頑
Rather,
張っ
if
と
they
る
thought
な。
we'll try to fight Omen out,
気づいたら
there
ひっ
could
く
have
り
been
返
a
ってるし
scenario
な、
that
いつ
God's Reign could
も
have。actually
使ってる
gotten
側
this
の
first
方が
game victory.
うん。
有
That's
利
the
なんだよ
reason
な、
I feel
日
like
本
True
は。
Rippers
な
have
んや
the
かんやバン
lead
ギ
for
側が
now.
1カメ取る
It's
展開
looking
が多い
good.
から
But
経
with the
験値足り
small
てるんよな
breaks。in that we have gotten this technical glitches, God's Reign could have gotten an idea to talk in between themselves to get better. And I feel like Ocean,
Yeah.
we might be up for something, a curveball that True Rippers might not expect.
Maybe. Again, maybe. See, hope is a dangerous thing,
Yeah.
but hope is all we have, right? So maybe
Yes.
let's hope for this one that God's Reign might just throw up a curveball. And we'll have to see if True Rippers is ready for it. What if True Rippers catches that curveball? What if they catch that bluff? What if they call that bluff? And what if they play it in the way they want to play it? What if they had done their homework? What if this is the day of True Rippers, right? So we'll have to see. We'll have to understand. Definitely, we are looking forward to what's going to be happening as the match
なんかア
is
クシデン
definitely
トあ
going
っ
to
た
be
んか
on
今。
our way really,
まあ
really
多分そうじゃないか
shortly.
な。
And with
誰か
that,
の
I believe
端
we'll
末が
see
落ちたと
what
か。
the storyline is going to be.
だいぶ長いね。でももう
Yeah,
10
we
分ぐら
have
いこの画面だもん
confirmation
ね
from。our production as well that the ban
だいぶ
and
大
the
きなアク
first
シ
two
デン
picks
トっ
from
ぽ
both
さあ
the
る。
teams is going to be same, and then the later on the third pick where we had the initial
頑
glitch
張れ
with
ー。
is where the things will be a change again. And I'm pretty sure all the people who are rooting for God's Reign who saw Vixen picking up a hookah, they'll be like, what is this new? Vixen trying something new? This is surprising. But they will also maybe excited because they don't know what's happening, right? Because it all happened in the back lanes and this is happening online for now. So God's Reign for now, they'll be like, okay, this happened, we'll rework on that, get back into the game.
What if
Again, yeah.
What if it was just a prank scenario coming up from
Amarge
God's Reign side?
間違いない。
Just to rank up their opponents and everyone.
何かんやアマージュ6
But
レベ
now
は
they're
でき
going
る
to
から
play
な。
a real game. Like that's what
こ
I'm
こら
saying.
辺で。
Yeah. Vixen, I
Vixen
mean,
is a
Vixen
much
is
better
one
for-
guy that I've seen. He's
Kanya
very
cost pa iya, Majo.
concentrated. So I feel like he doesn't get thrown by any kind of these pranks or whatever. So if he's like, I want to do this, I will do this.
ア
So
スタムは
he's
多分ストライクじゃない
like
さっき
an
のもし
iron
ピックで行
pillar
くんだったら
or、he's a very
まあバン
steady
ギと
guy.
か、
Now we'll
他
jump in
に
and go to the draft pick.
ハピナス
What
が
we're
つ
gonna
き
be
っきり
seeing,
でいたい
Lance
ポ
has
ケモンがい
seen
るとき
nothing to be
は、
worried about. We are gonna be
なん
seeing
かハッサムは上で、
Sableye
前で
as
テケ
well
テ
as
ケ
the
ってやって
Eldegoss
も、
ban coming in.
あどう
But
なん
in
だろうな、
terms
関
of
係ないの
Vixen, I
か
want to see what pick he makes of choice.
あまあ
What
ま
do you think?
あ、
Is
多
he
分
gonna
スト
come
ライ
back
クで
on
ど
the
っか
Sizer
ピョン
or
飛んでっ
himself just
て
like、we
まあ
saw
ミュウ
coming
ま
in
で
from
届く
the
キャラがいない
Sniper
から、
side?
さっきのピックだったら左
I would
側
love。to see that happening. Obviously, the bans are same,
奥
the
まで
first
行
two picks are
く
the same.
単体で動
And
く
then
ストライ
we'll
クっ
see
て
what's
感じ
going to
な
be
気がする。
happening. These are the picks that
Bambi,
happened already. We can see Sap just picking up. This has happened
Oh,
already once
pick 変わった。
reminding everyone that Blissey was picked already. Vixen
トライク
coming
奪っ
up
て
with
る。
his own Azumarill that is here. Omen with that Sizer, cool, but Divine, Noxie
あ、ミュウになった。
Scepter. This is what
同じピックでいけって感じなのかな。
his own Mew.
順番は違うけど、取る順番は。 まあ、さすがに同じピックになるんかな。
First two picks coming through. Ego also, he's going to be going on
この画面から
going on
エラー押しとかしてない限りは。
Finally, this is where we are going to be seeing the change.
Yeah.
Vixen, you see right now, on top itself, he's like, Azumarill is what I
あれ、
want.
マムになった。
Whatever happened with the Hoopa
取り直してん
shenanigan,
のか、これ。
that's not something that I had to do with. It
取り直してん
just
な。
happened.
変わった。
Divine, he comes back again with none other than Mamoswine. I
取り
really
直すに
like
しても射程マリ
Divine's
ルリなんだ。
time. I'm not too sure why
なんで
Godzilla are not bringing it
マリ
up,
の
and
評
I've
価は
also
マジ
said
で
this.
この
Divine is
ゴ
one
ズ
of the
レイ
finest
軍
mind
の
players that I've seen so
高いな。
far. He's just so very well as a supporter for his
ああ、
teammates.
もう
As you
強
said,
そう。
right,
いい
being
左の
there for
硬
the
さ。
team, covering the backs, Divine does that. But here, it looks like he's still stuck on none other than Mamos and
アポ
no
ワー
one
クと
as
かで
well
取り
is
たいけど、
stuck
さ
on
っきだったらフーパだけど、
Adored
あ、いいね、
Rio.
バリ。
And then talking about the Pikachu and Ninetales, that is not going to be there. True Rippers, I was so excited to
無難
see
そ
Pikachu
うだ
and
けど、
Ninetales.
キャラ
So
パ
they
ワ
come
ー
in
的
with
に
a
はね、
Snorlax,
後
but
半強
they
そう
do
な
have
の
a
は
Cramorant. So I'm still excited.
左だけど、まあ、ミュウがいるから、
I wanna see
う
as
ま
well.
いこ
Maybe
と
it's just, you know, using
睨
it
み
up
合
for
っ
himself.
て、ど
So
んだ
True
けポン
Rippers
入
has
ると
also
か。
changed a few things out of their book. Now they're playing by a different
多
book.
くしっかりと通る前にストライクとか、
They have what
一
they
気に
wanted.
ミュウまで
Owen
来
was
られる
looking
と、
really
ちょっと面倒い
confident
展開になりそう。
with Dodrio in the first match as well. He knows he's going to be doing that as well. This
まあ、言う
now,
て両方ラッシュはない
I
からな。
believe
一気に
it's just
削っ
me
て
only.
フォークし
This
てる
is
うちに
Godwin
取り切るっていう
supportive. I
展
don't know. I
開全然
believe
な
this
さ
is
そう
going
だ
to be
か
a
ら、
1-1. I believe
まあ、
it's.
睨み合いが長引くんだったら
I
右強そうね
still feel it
ただ
because
まあ
Dux
一方
is
的に
back on the
ハピナス
Snorlax,
ヒーラー
he's
取っ
going
て
to
る
be
から
annoying. Now, Davis
バリアー
might
ドだ
not
け
be
で
on
回
the
復が
mute.
間に合うかどうか。
His long range solar beam might not be there to annoy, but Cramorant has his fishes.
バンギ9になる前に
Go
は
right at
右
the
側しっかり
player-
押したいよな。
faces
結
of
構
the
軽めの
players
ポ
of
ケモン多いし。
Godray, which is still going to be annoying, Ocean.
I don't know. We'll see though as we just start off with everything as we just talking about it. True Rippers versus Godstrain. This might just be the decider as True Rippers might just go for a second one. Omen from Godstrain side once again just looking alongside Scepter. And now
カジャン来ない。
everyone's just
さっ
gonna
き1
start
点目
up.
確か
We
カビ
see
ゴンがカジャン
a
来てた
couple
か
of
ら、
actions just happening around on the
ここ読ん
bottom
で
side as
の
now
まあなんだ
Dux
けど、見えた
is
からいいやで
moving
いく。
forward. But first goal. All right, here we start. Godstrain coming up.
カビゴン。あ、カ
To
ビゴン
get。the first one, Vixen, he's the one who's going to be starting off on the mural for now, and he's trying to run back. Divine helping out on none other than
学習
Synapse.
装置ないん
He's
だ
going
な
to。try and take damage also.
マン
On
ム
the。other end, it's the Larvitar on Ego. He's not a fully
ハピナスも
evolved
持ってない。
Tyranitar, so nothing to be worried.
チームに1個って感じなんだ。
Safe on the other end will be helping out, making sure he gets the right heal because Tyranitar we have seen
バンギ横に置くんだったら学習装置持ってよさそうに見えるけどな。
where they do a
ないん
lot
だ。
of damage to Tyranitar, immediately knock it out, and then there is a situation where Tyranitar just gets denied. But what is Dux doing? He's trying to save himself.
ないけど
Wanted
まあ
to
8分
swoop
50
in,
間に
eat
合い
up
そ
the
う。
citrus berry. It was not enough. Omen will finally punish him, and from the Dodio, he's at the Dodrio right now, and also on level 5. This time I'm pretty sure Godzilla are going to be concentrating on their levels as well. Previously, they were a little bit lower compared to the players of True Rippers, and now you can see how much
Yes.
damage Godzilla are able to do. Not at a complete knockout on more players other than Daksh, but damage is just very good.
On the other side, Cramorant and obviously Sizer are level 5, we just talk about it. But Vixen just taking his own
バン
numbers
ギ
for
2
himself.
周目
Now
譲
he's
っ
just gonna be
て
onto the
ストライ
backside
ク
with
が
that mime. Daksh is
上カ
trying
バ
to
ーに
create
入
the
る。
trouble
ただ9.5レベルとかだからそんな
slowly
ストレ
and
スない
steadily
し。
as
押
we
す
are
ことは
on
できなそ
a slot phase
う。
for
お
the
見て、
game.
お
Right?
いい
But
ね、
it's
ド
on
タカじゃ
the
ん。
slower side of the game as everyone's just trying to go for it. But
バンギから
Scepter,
うまい。
alright, Daksh and Scepter, this is gonna be a good one. Trying to go for it. But
Yeah.
once again, Daksh is going to be trying to reach away from the harm's way, but I believe wherever he's going, he might just find trouble. But no,
こうなったらマジでバンギ
counter
聞くと
everything.
今やっと5レベルだから
Oh no, no,
9
no,
まで
no,
な
no.
結局
Watching the backs, you
Atai
saw
siya
that
nakaraan.
Scepter with the Mew. He helped out Omen, otherwise Omen could have been knocked out. Understanding he's a speedster, he could have been squished with the heavy slam coming through. Gets a chance to run away, and
Yeah.
Vixen immediately swoops in along with Divine. And look at that, Omen, he's back in closer to his goal zones. Will get the citrus berry for himself. Again, back to farming and leveling up. And you can see he's at level 8 already with the experience that he's just gaining. And he's looking unstoppable. He's running at all positions. Top,
Very
bottom,
good.
mid lane. He's at all positions, making sure he levels up way better compared to the players of True Rippers. And oh, he finds a big KO. This is huge because that's a Blissey which is down here, Ocean.
This is MVP play, I'm telling you. Dodrio is the MVP already for me.
Why?
Omen is the MVP already for me,
Yeah.
just coming up. And now this is where Godstrain is picking up numbers. They are going for the schools. They are trying to get those numbers for
倒
themselves.
して、
Godstrain,
そして、
this
ちょっ
is
と
what we wanted to see from their
ここでサ
side.
クッと割れるの
And
いい
just
な
as we talked about
試合
it,
作りやす
well,
そう。
Godstrain is looking unstoppable. and now there's no coming back. This game, although it's still a bit early to say, but I believe again and again this is God's Rain's game.
点はないからな。ボール上
Oh
かも
yes,
しれんだろう
they're
し。
looking so comfortable. They're like, oh, True Rippers, are you the only team who knows to play as a team? We'll show you what we can do. And look at this, quickly, just like True Rippers jumped on the bottom lane to fight with the Reggie, God's Rain are already doing that. They'll get the
ちょっ
Reggie
と
as
怖
well
いな
themselves.
アーマング
Devesh as well as Daksh wanted to steal it away, coming in with either a dive or maybe a heavy slam. But what happens
悪い
is
かな
that Cremeron will be KO'd. Daksh wants to try and stop, but there are 4
割れるうち
players.
に
How
割っ
will
たけ
you
ど
stop 4 reigning forces coming towards your end? And again, another goal zone
なん
gets
か
destroyed.
上割って結構時間あってから
God's
の下だ
Rain.
からしっかり
This
ファー
is
ム
just
集め
4
ると
minutes
いい
of
だ
the
ろうし
game in Ocean. They're looking unstoppable.
押し
Safe.
込み
He
に行
might
く
be
ところに
KO'd
は
again
ユナイ
and
ト
he's
上がって
trying
そう
to
だけど
survive. There are citrus berries, but he's in
まあ
the
右
flood
側も
zone.
しっかり全部ユ
No
ナイ
way
ト
to
上げて
get
から
there.
行こうよな
Another KO comes in. The Scyther is down from True Rippers. God's Rain looking unstoppable. We have a level 10 Dodrio already, whereas nobody is at double digits for True Rippers.
No one is at double digit at
A
all.
melt on
But
Reggie
it's
あ、今
just
8枠ならいけるか。
Oh my god, God's Rain
ストライク
unstoppable.
ユナイト。
Nothing,
ハピまで上がったら
nothing
さ
can
すがに
compare
守れ
as to
そうだ
this
よ
one.
な。
I believe
Happy
no
は上がらん。
one's going to be doing anything. Ego is going to be just picked apart as well. Daksh is going to be on the low lines as well. He cannot do anything as
さすがに
Nox
ユナイ
is
ト
just
3
trying to
枚
go
プラス
for
ミューもある
his
から
own heavy drop, but he's
バリ
he will be
ちょっとあれだけ
KO'd.
ど
Oh no, slowly and steadily
バンギリになったぞ
trying to reach away from
こ
the
こ
arms
だ
race, but he
上がっ
goes
た
for the KO this time. Cramoran
青
is
が
trying
バン
to
ギ
get
リや
her,
ったぞ
but it's still not enough. 5
チェッ
minutes
クか
on the clock still, but they are trying to do everything. Daksh is taking
あー、ハピ
control
ー。ハピー間に合ってんだ。さっき7名だった。
together as well. True Rippers.
あ、でも神ゴン。お
神ゴンよう耐えたな
勇気あるな、今のヘイゴン。
Savior of a fight.
もうユナイトあるし
If、not
ハピーもあるから、
for Vixen,
入り
right,
方
getting
難しかった
KO'd
な。
over there on that
バリガで無理やり入るし
I
か
don't
な
know
く
what
て
happened.
微
He
妙な
was
仕掛け
very
だっ
low and he jumped in. He swooped right into the bases where many of the players
た。
of
ごめん
True
かった
Rippers
ら
were there, and that's the
結局
reason
タブンネが
we
ね、
saw God's
イエ
Rain
スなんか
losing
全部
control
左
of
側
the
食べれ
top
るだ
lane.
ろうから、
But for now,
ピンチ
look
伸び
at
て
the
きそうだよ
goal
な。
difference. 188 to 25. Nowhere even closer to a century is True Rippers. Full on command
真ん中目
for
に視界
God's
取
Rain
っ
for now.
て、
Safe again. This is the
来る
third
方を
time
見
he's
て。
been instantly knocked out without the help from his
What?
teammates. And we were just talking about it, Ocean, that
ゴールこう
God's Rain need to find a way to separate the players of True Rippers, and they've crushed them to separate pieces.
カビゴン毎回ギリギリだなって言って。
46 versus 65, 68 now, but doesn't make any difference. They're still lacking behind True Rippers. They are trying to move forward, but this is going to be a battle. This is going to be a legendary battle. We have to see what happens out here. As now, Mammal Swine is trying to charge in onto everyone. And True Rippers, I believe they have nowhere to just go for now. Ego will try to leave away from the harm's way. They wish onto the backside as well. But look at that. Look at that. This God's Rain is trying to do everything for themselves, but the chaos are coming up from True Ripper's side as well. We'll have to see though, as God's Rain is trying to answer them with everything that they've got.
Unite coming in from the Dodrio, but look at this, a chase on Vixen.
マリいいね、ス
Gets
ピーダーマリ。
recovers himself, and Ego has no assistance. If Ego continues this fight, he's the one who's going to be knocked out. But True Rippers on the other end, bottom lane, they are still delivering knockouts. Omen is already out, and that's the advantage they're trying to pick. But right now, 3 players swooping in. They've taken down Safe, and Ego has no other recovery chances. He's still able to take down Vixen, but that is just 1 KO. But look at Nox, he plays brilliantly. A 2 knockout streak coming in for him, and he's looking like answering back for God's Rain. He's like, True Rippers, oh, you think that you're back into the game? No, says Noxy, as he's back jumping in, taking individual duels at this point and trying to do damage. Devesh understanding that he's nowhere close with his attacks, all ranged attacks coming through doing damage.
ウエストパー
He's
に行
trying
く
to
かでも。
level up. He's trying to gain experience, but you can see the card tells you that True Rippers are struggling. They're unable to find a control in this
マリ
game
ム
at
見
all.
られてたら、やっぱりマジで削れそうだけど。
Level 13 Dodrio.
あ、上
Well,
変わるんだな。
13
気づくの
is unlucky, but it's gonna be lucky for him. Oh my god. Just trying to do everything. But now we'll see what happens as God's Rain once again is going together as a team against True Rippers. But I don't think so. They're going to be just taking up anything as for themselves.
オー
This
フ
is
合戦になると
God's
な
Rain game. Look at them
絶対
again
右
trying
強い
to
か
do
ら
everything
な
for themselves. Just
一気に
Mammoth
入っ
One
てきれないんだ
just
けど
moving forward a
シーンか
KO.
なと
Again coming up for Cramorant. But they are just unstoppable if anything.
Yeah, a brilliant save on Omen. Omen survives, because of which the top lane fight was super crucial here, Ocean. If they would have lost the top lane control, things would have gone south super fast, and God's Rain
真
would
ん
have
中の視界
lost
取れんと。
from the advantage that they had. Noxy understanding that if they did not follow through with Regieliki, they might be switching up lanes. And
ゴール残ってんの
Noxy,
いいな。
brilliant mind read coming in from his end,
挟むとかも
switches
め
to
ん
the
どいだろう
bottom
から
lane, sees the players from True Rippers, puts a stop, does not give them a chance to goal, and Godsend still have control. We are here at the final stage. Rayquaza is here. Everybody hiding in the tall grasses. Everybody has their unites. They're looking for who makes this initial attempt to start off the attack. Everybody towards the bottom lane end.
こそ
But
まあ、
Vixen,
ウ
he's
ーと
playing
か、
smart.
そ
He
こら辺の
understands
ハビ
that
キャ
there
ッチ
might
ウ
be
ーだから一
True
気に
Rippers
ルソ
who
ー
is
ス
none
明
other
かし
than
て、
somebody
バリア
trying
と
to
かマンムとか
swoop in, trying to get that goals down the top lane, hiding and waiting for the opportunity. But True
そう
Rippers,
ね。
they're wasting a lot of time. Again, acting as the initiator, Daksh comes in with a heavy slam, and then with the ancient power coming
Ah,
through,
逃げる場所
it's
あ
going
る
to
し
be
な。
Ego thinking of starting off a fight. But every player from
ハガで
God's
なっ
Reign,
たら、
they move
両
back,
方が
they
ちっちゃいわけじゃないから、
space themselves,
ガチャガチャ
they
になり
give
そう。
themselves
あ、
a
なる
breathing
な、
space
ど
so
ぞ抜
that
けて。
True Rippers, let them move in. They're the one on the disadvantage. In the meantime, Omen, he scores 20. He's looking forward to scoring a lot more. Another 20 comes in. I think he did get 80 scored in coming in. But look at this, True Rippers. They're taking a lot of damage from both the ends, from God's Reign as well as the Rayquaza.
マン。
Rayquaza is just around there. True Rippers, they have nothing, nowhere, no place to go for themselves, and this is where Godzone is getting more and more numbers for themselves. 1 minute, less than 1 minute remaining. Chaos are happening. This time, Sizen just goes for two trio, but we'll have to see what can happen more and more. As Sap and Ego are going to be on one side, but
いやハッピーまだハッピー残ってるの
Mime trying to do everything. But then again, these are the
ハッピー
last
バンギ
few
マジで
30
なん
seconds,
か、
and if
ニュー
something
1
can
匹じゃタイ
happen,
ム削れる
it's
な。まあ
gonna be
11
here.
レベル間で。
Otherwise, True Rippers, well, they might just not see a good
いや
scoreline
マ
for
ンム息の
themselves.
下
Sap
だ
is
から
quite
前張
close
る
to
人がい
Rayquaza,
な
but
く
we'll
て、
have to see what can happen
まあ
for
触
himself
って
as
のがスピンが
this.
マンム入って
Oh my god, oh my god.
Rayquaza is super low. They do get it here, Ocean, but they have just 20 seconds. Everybody just needs to run to the bases. If they're able to get big 100 scored, and there is a
マンムが
chance.
今、
And
上
now
が
with
はいた
Scepter going, a big 100
右側
comes in 226.
マンムにあ
If
んな
there's
に一気に
another
入れ
100, we
た
might
んだ
just
な。
see a 326 coming through.
ラン
Which
クいなくなれば
might
真ん
just be
中に
enough.
入って
Ego,
これないか
what
ら
does he do? He does
バン
not
ギの
score. He
特
lets
段
his
上だみたいな。
teammates score first, and what a timing! Both of them get scored. A big brain play coming in from them. They're like, we'll both score together, get both our goals scored in, and they get the scores dunked, and
キャッチを無視していけるのが
512.
バンギだから
A
な
big brain move from Daksh as well as Devesh.
パパパパパ
If
って
that,
走る
I'm pretty sure if that
ミュウ
would
の
have
レベルの足りなさ
happened
ちょっと
here,
感じだな。
there
早
could
め
have been
に
a
結
chance
局
that Godsend would have
上
won
下
it
終わ
all.
っちゃって奥までカニ切るわけでもない
Are you
し
kidding
なかっ
me?
たからレレスは普通にちょっと死にそうな
Are
気した
you kidding me?
True Rippers puts to stop, does not give them a chance to go.
レックザ戦前左11レベルまあドド13か左ストライクが13でバンギ11だもんな
And Godsend still have control. We are here at
なのにファームして真ん中取
with
っ
the heavy
て
slam, and then with the ancient
で
power
も
coming
前
through.
張るやつから
They space themselves, they give themselves.
ガ
He
ンガ
scores
ンバン
20.
ギが
He's
捕まえ
looking
に
forward to
行
scoring a lot more.
って
Another 20 comes in. I think he did get
奥入ってき
80
たマン
scored in
ム
coming
を
in. But look at this, True Rippers.
これマン
They're taking a
ム
lot of
まあ
damage from
ユ
both the
ナイ
ends,
ト
from
使
Godsend
っ
as well
て
as
使う
the
かこれユ
Rayquaza.
ナイトマンム一匹に
Rayquaza is just
使
around
った
there.
な
True Rippers, they have nothing, nowhere, no place to go for themselves, and this is where Godzone is getting more and more numbers for themselves. 1 minute, less than 1 minute remaining. Place to go for themselves, and this is where Godzone is getting more. Rayquaza is
マジで
just around.
Ends from God's Reign as well as the
誰でもいい
Rayquaza.
から
They're taking a lot of
まあ前
damage
張
from
れる
both
や
the
つ
ends, from God's Reign as well
一
as
気に落と
the
し
Rayquaza.
て、まあ、回復使
Rayquaza
っ
is just
て
around there.
上側にマンム逃げちゃったのが微妙やな。もし下側だったらその分でミュウが暴れたりしてるんだけ
Rayquaza
ど
is just
距離
around
取っ
there.
ちゃ
True
った
Rippers, they
か
have
ら
nothing, nowhere, no place to go for
いいで
themselves, and
敵がマンム
this
投
time
げて
Sizen
無理やり
getting
カ
more
バー
and
ドド入るけ
more
ど
numbers, but we'll have to
まあ
see
無
what
理や
can
り好きですら
happen.
になると考
Trying
え
to
て
do it. It's gonna be here, but then again, these
Oh,
are the
no.
last few 30 seconds,
No,
and
no.
if something can
ミュウもっ
happen,
と使いながらで
it's
きて
gonna
な
be
かったけ
here.
ど
Otherwise, True
レベルも
Rippers,
ないし
well, they might just
そうだった
not
な
see a good score line for themselves. Sap is quite close to Rayquaza, but we'll have to see what can happen for himself as this. Oh my god, oh my god.
Rayquaza is super. Did not happen, Ocean. There could have been a chance that God's Reign would have still been in the game. But look at this, the graph entirely favoring God's Reign. There was not even a contest.
It definitely was, but those last, I won't even say 2 minutes or 1 minute or something. I would
なんか
say
7分らへんもうちょっと
10 seconds,
10 seconds.
not even 10, 5
優位
seconds,
広げる
5
方法なかったのかな
seconds or something,
右側
right? They change every single inch of the game right in the favor of True Rippers, and they have a
それを
2-0
あれじゃない
in this
デジエ歴
side.
をしっかり守ったのが左側の
Another
偉い
KO
ところか
comes
も
in.
しれ
The
ない。
Scyther is
まあ
down.
そうまあ守るまでの時間があったんだよね結局
They are
上
trying to
7
do
分にはあ
numbers
ったけ
for
ど
themselves.
そこ
God's
からどこだ
reign.
け下行って
This
一
is
瞬タワーダイブに行って
一瞬あれかすぐ取らずに に
Well, Cochrane is
そう
なんかやってるから、 ここで下を結局割ってるもんね。
そう上割って下流れて、下も割って。
下流れて、下有利自体は広がってるけど、
この時点の点差はあるけど、結局その流して押し込むまでに超時間かかったから、ユナイト敵がしっかり上がってる中のだいぶになっちゃって。
サーブする時間ができて、
そうそうそうそうそう。
カビの硬さとかで、
まあ、上ゴールを割らずにギリギリまでゴール入れて下にどんどん投げるとか、なんならもうこの時点でドレナイト上がってるから、さっさとみんなで上集まって上流しちゃう。これはちょっといいのかな、仕込めるか怪しい。マリユナまであるんできる気がするな。マリユナあるな。マリドドユナイト上げてさっさと3人で上押し込むぐらいがバリッチするな。下でバリミューはずっと耐えていいから、無理やり触るんだったら足の取り合いはバリがいけるから。
Oh yes, they're looking so comfortable. They're like, oh, True Rippers, are you the only team who knows to play as a team? We'll show you what we can do. And look at this, quickly, just like True Rippers jumped on the bottom lane to fight with the Reggie, God's Lane are already doing that. They'll get the Reggie eyes for themselves. Devesh as well as Daksh wanted to steal.
左側普通にバンギだからな。序盤2周目渡そうですけど、そこにしっかりドドもカジャー入って、一気に近づけないこともできたし。右側の7分の動きない。
Is that Cremeron will be KO'd. Daksh wants to try and stop, but there are 4 players. How will you stop 488 God's Reign? This is just 4 minutes of the game and Ocean. They're looking unstoppable, safe. He might be KO'd again and he's trying to survive. There are citrus berries, but they're
I believe cannot do anything as Nox is just trying to go for it as well. Daksh is going to be on the low lines as well. He cannot do anything as Nox is just trying to go for it. Went for his own heavy drop, but he will be KO'd. Oh no, slowly and steadily low. Go for it as well. Daksh is going to be on the low lines as well. He cannot do anything as Nox is just trying to go for it. Went for his own heavy drop, but he will be KO'd. Oh no, slowly and steadily low. Trying to reach away from the arms. Drop, but he will be KO'd. Oh no, slowly and steadily low. Trying to reach away from the arms way, but he goes.
なんかマリテは勢いが上がってるのか。
And they bring on to
very low goal difference. One to the groove. But yeah, now this is done. True Rippers are lost. But True Rippers to pull that 360 with just like 30 seconds left.
I mean, the legend pulled 360 only.
ベルギーワッフル食べます。
It was a 360 only, so they definitely did themselves. It was a curveball. We were talking about God's Reigns curveball, right? But I told you, what if True Rippers is ready for that? What if they are having their day of their life, the time of their life?
何かかかってますか、そのワッフルには。
何もなしです。
This becomes a good mental
ハイパーノーマル
God's Reigns is a team that had a pretty good up for themselves with that LAN win, right? They had that for themselves. They were the India champions. But True Rippers coming in, swooping against the India champions. Oh my god.
Let's jump to the league table, see the damage that has been done. You can see with this True Rippers, they get ranked number 1. And because it is a flawless, they get 3 points on board already, way before anybody, and God's Reign.
Wow.
The team on top, the Indian champions, they have got a tough run right now to start off here in the Asia Champions League, Ocean.
バンギシールドにハピ回復でポークに強いとか思ってるけど、別に強いわけじゃないよな、与えれるだけで。
God's Reign. Their name was up at the top, but the position so far as of now is not. They lost this one 0-2. They lost both the matches that they played out of 3. So that definitely puts them in a pickle of a situation now. But obviously, no, I believe nothing is lost yet. They'll have definitely chances, more and more chances for themselves to do pretty good, incredible, amazing, mind-blowing if we just talk about it. But that's going to be happening on a later day or at a later time, definitely. But right now, True Rippers, well, they are going to be enjoying this day today for themselves, as we definitely will be moving on and looking forward to the upcoming matches. That's where I'm excited about as well. That's what I'm excited about for.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing a very interesting second match coming to the day. It is going to be again another best of 3. It can again be an upset for any of the teams, as we see here. Whether you might think, okay, wait, God's Reign lost now. Again, everything is blown out to the open, right? Now you can't say Revenant might be under control. You might not say SATL might have things under control, because Marco Gaming they were one team. The way they qualified into the, I would say,
結果的にマリオリピックも
last
序
phase
盤
of the India
パワー
Open,
あって刺さ
right?
ってた
The
けど、
second stage of the national
Yeah.
一
playoffs,
番初めに取
they
ることで
provided
は
an
ない気はす
upset
る
to
んだ
none
よ
other
な。
than Godzren in a similar fashion. Nobody thought that
敵が序
Marcos
盤
will have a chance to do
弱
that
そうだ
because
からマリオ
Godzren
リ
were having a
刺す
very
と8
flawless
つって
and
押し込むとか、
completely spectacular of a run
敵のピック
in
見
the
てからだっ
league
たらま
stage.
だわかるけど、
Marcos swooped in, they delivered this upset, and now with True Rippers also doing the same upset for Godzren. Revenant did the same upset to Godzren even in that land stage. So right now we are at a very interesting stage. I want to know what Godzren will do, but
あれ
their
バンギ
matches
バン
will
してた
not
んで
be
さ、
today. It'll be
あれだ
later
っ
down the
け
lane in the
今
next
勝った方だっ
upcoming
けバンギ
Sundays.
使ってた方だもん
But
ね。
this, as you said,
Yeah.
right, Ocean, this opens up a whole new horizon. And
So-
I'm excited what can happen after
お前
this.
バンギ最強って思ってそうだな。
This
一回目
brings up a different perspective of understanding, right? That's what I'm
高
saying.
校で
right?
バンギバン
Thinking a different thought process of just
で
looking
2回目が
forward to
白髪で
everything. But
ハ
when
ピ
you
を
talk
取っ
about
て、
God's reign now,
まあ、ちゃんと
again,
した
the
ヒール役
mind
を
just comes back to
した後に
what they have
バンギを
achieved
選んだから。
versus what went down. Maybe
バン
they're
ギ
just
もしかして
trying to
最
test
強
the waters. Maybe that's the theory for now. They're just trying to test the waters. Nothing is lost. Once again, we know they're going to be a
結構
big
スノー
set
ボー
of
ル
matches. Then
スキル
top
構
two
成を
is
作る
where
って
you have to
難
be
しいから
obviously
な。
move
あ
forward.
る程度
So
耐えて
that
国
is
分のフ
something
ァイ
that
ト
they
に
might
な
just
る
be
んだっ
keeping
た
up
ら
on their mind, and
バンギが生きる
it's
世界線
easy
はある
and
かもし
difficult
れ
both
な
at
い。
the same
結構
time. I mean,
ね、
top two,
2セ
yeah,
ット
they
目は
know
カ
their
ジャンとか
capabilities. It's
全部
easy
で
for
きて
them.
るし、
But top
そう
two,
そう
it's
そうそう。
difficult
やっ
because
ぱりバンギ
the
は
best
そ
7
のこっ
組
ちは
までの
でき
you
たか
know
ら
it, right? So it's
動
both
きは
easy and
完
difficult
全
at
に
the same
ね、
time. Take it how you want
バ
to
ン
take
ギ
it.
じゃない
Glass half
方
full,
が
glass half
有利
empty,
取ってたか
everything
ら、
just works out here.
Exactly. I mean, you create
だか
your
ら
own
まあ、上押し込
storyline.
みをミスった
We
ので、
create a storyline where we are seeing
そ
what's
の間に
happening
稼
and
がれ
what
て
comes
バンギ
to
に
our
なっ
mind.
て、
And right now, in the initial, it's
まあ
not the
自陣
best
の
of
ファー
the
ムがある
starts
分で
for
ファー
one
ム
team,
して、
but for the other team, as you said, right? It's a half glass full for one team, it's a half glass empty for one team.
敵が押し込み失敗するとき
They
は
might
俺ら
be
無理
right
に
now
返
on
すとか考
cloud
えて
nine
いいか
because
な。
they've got a
上下
clean
残して。
victory against Godzren,
こんぐらいは
who
置いたい
are
よ
one
な
of。the most feared teams of how they play. Now, when we
Project
saw
戦もきつくな
Godzren
るし。
start off in the second game in this match one, they still look like they
ウッドが
completely
適当
were
に
a
抜け
team
て
to be
適当
feared
に割っ
because
てたか
the
ら、
knockouts coming
Yeah.
through,
無理
the
に
way
は、
they pushed
抜
at
け
the
のタイミン
starting
グさえしっかり
3-minute
すれ
mark
ば、
itself, they had gotten the top
あ
and
る
the
程度
bottom
セ
goals
カンド
of
に点入れられて
destroyed
もいい
Ocean.
から、ファース
Both
ト
of
は
them
交
were
換料
destroyed.
みたいな感
That's
じだっ
how
た。
fierce
40
the
とか。
players from Godzren were in the starting 3 minutes, and I would not even just 3 minutes until 8 minutes of the game. But we did talk about ego and safe playing
Definitely.
together. That team gameplay worked out really, really well. Play as a team, you win as a team. Happened for True Rippers, but right now we'll be jumping into a break as we'll be seeing another set of teams coming for the second BO3. Take a break, we'll be meeting you on the other side.
バンギ。お、打った。
びっくりした。急にでかくなった。
急に出番だったね。そう。でもそこ。もう片方のチームでもバンギとか出るんかな。もうインディアはバンギの票が超高いみたいな。急に静か。
そう。
バンギ、バンギ。まあ正面腫れるもんな。これはまあ いいとこだとは思う。結構、あの枠で、バランス型の枠で前張れるポケモンってあんまおらんからな。人がいるんだったらガルトも前張れるけど、睨み合いできるバランス型は、偉いのかもしれない。序盤超重いけど。絶対序盤重いもんな。うん。ドドであれでもうほぼ試合崩壊してた気もするし。めちゃめちゃ強いってわけはマジでなさそう。マジでウーラオスおらんな。どういうあれなんだろ
じゃあね。出たっけ？出たな。
う。1戦目だけ。ただ4番目とかのピックで。マジで優先度は低い。まあ今みたいな睨み合いみたいな感じでやるんだったら結局、ウーラオスよりもバンギの方が役目は全うしてる感じはあるしな。謎。結局さっきのピカチュウキュウコンとかゼラオロとかここら辺出てこんかったな。見たかったけど。来た。
Welcome back everyone to Pokemon Unite Asia Champions League. A brilliant match here in the Indian region to start things off. Where we think, right,
Yeah.
Ocean? Like, okay, we should have some curveballs, we should have some table turners, we should see some 360s. True rippers. Ah, they did bring something new and punch for God's reign. But that was just the first match for the day here, Ocean.
They definitely loved it. You know, the way they played themselves. I mean, and well, themselves as well. I don't think so they're going to be ready for this one as well, but they were ready for it. And so the way they played the entire competition, that was really good. Coming up and swooping it down 2-0, and not just 2-0, you know, the final 5-second 2-0, that was incredible. Just as we saw that happening, right? But now we have the next match right in front of us. That's going to be Revenant, the fan favorites, versus SATWL, the fan favorites.
知ってる名前おらんな。レブナントはあれか。レブナント
Oh
e
yeah,
スポ
the
ーツ
fans are going to be going crazy. Revenant having
チーム名
Blizzard,
だけは知っ
Crowley,
てるわ。
Nova, Zishaw, and Swifty. On SATL's end, we are going to be seeing Tensai, Prod, Might, Ghoul, and Curse. Now, we have seen Crowley, who's been the best of all. I feel like if there is a player out of all the, I would say, in terms of the lineups that we have, the teams that we have, Crowley is one such versatile player. You give him any Pokemon, he does justice to it, and he has that experience. And I want to see how he's going to be making sure the Revenant boys make this entire team as well as him proud.
I mean, Crowley and Swifty, these are the two people that, you know, I always have my eyes on.
Yeah,
Swifty,
Swifty as
again,
well.
just, you know, coming up from the similar background, Crowley and Swifty both knowing each other since years. If we just talk about it, and they have understood each other more than the games or something. Let's talk about Crowley, right? He loves heavy metal. I know it. Venusaur and obviously Ninetales. Heavy metal is his forte. It's my forte. It's our friends' forte. Like, we have all these things in common. And the second thing, the second trivia is, I believe that's his favorite key. That's on the keyboard. That's like just a sign or something. I don't know, but yeah, that's nothing. But he just has one
A
trivia,
hyphen.
and that is he loves heavy. Yeah, a hyphen is what that is his favorite keyboard
Key.
key.
If
Click.
somebody sends him a message, the reply you're going to get is a hyphen. That you you need to
that is-
understand. He sent you a favorite reply.
Yeah, that is
Again,
you're his
guys.
favorite person.
Yeah, we are just having fun.
Wow.
Don't take it like it's the true thing. But
Yeah.
coming to Tensei's end,
ドリンクエナジードリン
Oh,
クス、
nice,
ビフ
nice,
ォーマッ
nice,
チ
nice,
ーズ。
interesting. Likes to play against strong opponents, and I think this is
Sanjang.
like every I would say anime kind of factor, right? Everybody likes to have a tough opponent
Ah.
fight so that they get better. So I like this
Yeah.
Tensei's
ナトリ一生余ってるんだよな。
overall, at
どう
least
し
his
よ
thought process.
どう
So even if you're
2箱
losing, you
2
know
箱
you're
プラス
learning
半
from
分
it,
残
right?
って
That's
る
his。learning curve.
Exactly.
If you just think about it, so that is really good. Obviously, his favorite Pokemons you can just see out here. It's gonna be
20代のうちに消費できたらいいな。
So that is good as well. But he likes to drink energy drinks before matches. So I believe he's gulping one as of now as we speak, as the match is about to begin. And we talked about both the sides, Revenant and SA12. We talked about the player trivias as well. Now, definitely, we'll be having a look at the major thing. In a while, though, the picks and the bans, definitely. And I would love to see what bans we see different this time. I mean, in the previous one, we just saw Sableye just being banned back in
飲まんからな、
back
減らんのよな。
reason. No one could just, you
そ
know,
う。
think about it, but
ずっと
now
減ら
we'll
ん。
see if there is something different.
カ
Because
フェイン
it
と
has
か
to
そういう
be.
の
There
め
are
ちゃ
so
めちゃ
many
効く
Pokemon.
人間だ
There
か
has
ら
to be something different.
一本飲んだらマジで寝れんのよ
Yeah,
な、その
my
日。
expression
気
whenever
持
I
ち
saw
悪く
Sableye
気持ち
Pickle,
悪くなるか
I
ら
mean ban.
大会の日とかも飲まないし。
Hello? Because again,
Mummy
I
機会がなくなってしまっ
understand
た。
it's a Pokemon which can throw a curveball, a very big one, because it can immediately deep dive into the, I would say, fire hell pits where it just disappears. It's like magic, and then immediately can swoop in and attack you back. That's his passive ability,
Yeah.
which Sableye has, and everybody is worried about it.
人
But
に
on
あ
the
げるは
other,
マジ
two
で
members
あ
did
り。
not even feel like
欲
they
しい人い
wanted
たら
something like such
連絡お待ちしておりま
heavy
す。
attack favored, or maybe somebody who can pull off a wonder trick or a
転
psychic
売じゃ
attack.
ないもんね、別
But
にね。
right
販
now,
売するわけじゃないから。
Resident and Revenant will talk about
セーフ
them
です。あ、来た、
and
始まった。
their initial bans as we jump into the game one of this
Bans.
ウー
match.
ラオス出てくるかどうかだけ気になる
What
な
is。the ban, Ocean?
メタが進みすぎてウーラオスが消え
Well,
てる説
well,
も
well.
全然
Don't
あるし。
ask me, ask them. They're gonna be the ones banning. But yeah, we'll see though. We'll see what the
Yeah.
bans are.
と e スポーツ来た。
Alright, you know, I'll call it. What
今まで
will
だと
Sableye
マジで
ban?
闇
I
ド
know,
ド
I、just
闇ドド
wanted
じゃ
to
ない、
get
闇とウーラオスバン
just
が
to see your
ドアンテ
expressions,
だったも
right?
んな。
Just to see your
Yeah.
expressions. I wanna see one Sableye ban as well again if that can happen. But we'll see though. In 3 seconds, we'll see if there is ban.
サビゴン。あ、ウーラオスファンなんだ。
Alright.
We did see how much damage
闇はもう開
Urshifu,
けてもいいやなんだ。
was able to do,
闇ラン、
but
サビゴ
again,
ン
it's
バーン
not something that
何するんだろ
is enough. Okay,
タンク
and
消し
we've
とい
not
て
seen a full-fledged Urshifu
敵マンムとか
play
取るの
until yet in this India region. We'll be waiting for it.
言う
But
て
we
タ
did
ンク
see what Snorlax can do,
わた
and we know on Revenants and also
まあまあ
the
ドアンテ
Snorlax
中断戦
can
強いもんな、わたは。
can do a lot of
あ、
damage.
タンク
But
なくなる
he
か
has
ら
to
マンム
commit
ちょ
the
うだいっ
pick
つって
phase.
マンム
He
もらっ
immediately
て、
picks up none other than
まあ
Eldegoss.
な
He
んでもいい
plays
だろ
the
うから、
support
闇
role
と
for
か
the
ドドと
team,
か取ってもいい
and he
し、
picks
スト
up
ライクでもいい
Eldegoss.
し
On the。other
マ
hand,
リルリ
マリルリ
Swift
消化高いイン
with
ド、
a
マリル
mammoth
リ
of。Mamoswine.
Mamoswine
マジか。
is his pick, and then Azumarill comes up onto the might side.
何でも取れるこの画面でマリルリなんだ。あ、ドド。わあ、ドドス
Think
ト。
about it, but right now we see
な
Sison
ん
coming
ま
up
あま
as
あまあ、
well
そうか。
for
ワタ取ってるから、
Blizzard
ちょっと闇闇は
side.
むずいか取るの。
For Revenant, this is
火力が
C.
足りになっちゃう。
And Dodru as well on the Nova side.
Dodru
So I
Yami
believe
Yami
this
Yami
might
Yami wa.
slightly favor on the Revenant side, but we still
Ah,
have
ma,
to see
ii ne.
the picks coming up from
Kapipu.
SC2L, and now they are coming up for the
Ma,
fights
ma,
as
右側
Prod
に
gets his
そ
own
う
pick.
タン
Ghoul
クとかの
gets
枠
his own
で、
pick, and this is
やーと
looking really,
まあまあ
really
マ
good.
リルとか
Cramorant coming up for
た
Ghoul.
だ
Prod once
合わ
again
せる
this
火力がないからな
so。it looks
ね
pretty decent.
うんうん。まあ合わせる火力の
and
Mew
looks
だった
like
り。
he
あ、いい
wants
ね、
to
バリバリ
play.
バリ。
Mew has worked out in the previous game as well that we saw, and we are going to be seeing Mew again in this matchup. It didn't work out for God's Reign, but for Revenant, we've known that Crowley plays it really, really well. And if you
ま
want
あ
to
ス
talk
トライ
about his speedster
ク、
in terms of
ド
Dodrio,
ド
coming in,
リ
there
オ
are
の、
two
で
players
も
who
それで
play
も差出
very,
す
very
んだ
well. One is Nova and another one is Omen.
ア
We
サシ
saw
ン
how
目に
best
動かれて
Omen played on
怖いから
Dodrio, got goals
あんま
scored
り
in,
明
and
治
Nova
系より
is
か
going to
は
be a similar thing coming through. But a heavy ranged attacker play coming through from SA2
体固め
with
のやつと
Burst
か
on
と思うけど、
Gardevoir
言う
and
てまあ
Cool
取
on
るもんもない
Cramorant.
か、あ
This
んま
is
り。
going to be very
なことはないよ
interesting.
な。
I'm looking forward to how it works out. Two
あー、ないと
supporters,
狙えるか
one
な、こ
in
れ
for。Revenant. On the other
ミュ
hand,
ウとか。
SA2L has a defender
まあ、
and a
強いけど
supporter.
まあ、タンク少ないから、正面押せば、結局なんとかなる感じで考えたのかな、かなとって。バリアードさえ倒せばもう敵視界取れるし、広がらないと。ヤミラミはなしだね。まあ、上側のチーム的に多分もう、私らが取っちゃって、また闇で俺らタンクもバンしてるから、ってなったら、なんか構成が超柔らかくなっちゃってむずいんだな、多分集団戦。闇のみとっても。序盤押すんだったら多分私らが取らずに他のポケモンが良かったと思うし。で、右側もまあカビゴンバンされて、先にマンムーとか、マンムーマリ。まあ、ハピナス、まあ、フープとか、もう本当に集団戦だけのパワー出てるんですね、右側は。まあ、左はもう取る気なくて、右側は先にハピナス取ってけば取られてもいいやの精神で取ってない、そんな感じな気する。左側はね、結構堂々量とかあったから、割と取ってもよかった気がするけど、私らがピックが割とどう刺さるかこの試合気になるところ、全然なんか構成的には微妙な気する、私らが。ドドとかストライクに合わせれんからな。本当に手前のミュウを死なせないために一生横並びますみたいな。ミュウの残機を増やす担当、ミュウユナイトと私らがユナイトと。そこまで敵ミュウに来る構成もいないから、結果的にマジで私らが微妙そう。もちろん腐ることはないけどね、固まって動いた時に強いし、ヒールも回るし。
They're getting pushed. Revenant are finding chances and opening and push up, and you saw the Blissey immediately went to its own mid lane and wanted to kind of level up over there. And then Dodorio coming in, so swoops back in. But Revenant, Nova as well as they're like, we'll try to take down Prod, but Prod has help and assistance coming in from right. So if this is a fight they take up, it's going to do a lot in terms of damage. But Nova trying to make best use of Swifty with the heal coming in, with the cotton spores that is going to be there. He tries his best, does damage, annoys them for a while and denies them from leveling up, but they were doing the wrong.
ここでドド側を押せないと結構この子の戦い苦しくなりそうだけどな。真ん中にはそんなもんよらんのか。まんま下で流れてみたいな。真ん中顔出したら危ないっちゃ危ないか。体力的に割といけそうだったけどな。まあそこにあれか。下から今も言ったけど、レベル差の人数差もそこにあって倒されたから、
They have to go for a start. That start is supposed to happen there. It's yet not happening for them. 58 for Revenant, as so far they are just gaining and gaining good.
マリルリ6レベルだもんな。この時間で別に有利取れるわけでもなし。マジでなんでこんな評価高いんだろう、マリルリ。まあ、ユナイトの回転早いから細かくダイブだったり防衛だったりができて。で、まあ序盤も4レベルやったら少し強いかな。さすがに2対1厳しそう。マリルリの1対2。下側はサポジンで睨み合ってボクシやって時間稼いで、その間に上2人でドドをそういうね、ドドリをストライクで押す形、先手を取って触って。全然これ、ドドとか、あとちょっとユナイト上がるから、下がずっと睨み合うんだったら、しょうもありそう。裏押しとかがいないからな、一気に取り切るのもマジで、あ、いいね、サナスいいよ。さすがに、でもサナはそっち使うんだったら、でも惜しい。まあ、押さずに9レベルで押してくるとこカウンター変に入ってんな。
Blizzard is just playing way too good on that Sizer. He's just doing damage. He's caught the Gardevoir. Curse has been eliminated. Now Tensai is stuck. He gets eliminated. Unstoppable Revenant. They're like, oh wait, you think you got some control after the Regirock? No, says the entire squad. Destroys the bottom goal zone as well. And they're now chasing Prod. Prod is like, somebody help me. He's there. You need to help me out. Take damage. He goes down. And now to follow it up, it looks like another KO is going to happen. A Unite being used from Crowley. But he's like, okay, I'll just swoop back in because I have AOS energy and my teammates are looking a little bit tough. But finally, Tensai finds an opportunity to deliver a blow, a knockout, eliminates one player, and now the entire force of SATUL, they're jumping back into the fight. They have isolated and separated Zishal and they're putting all the
ないとないタイミングでうまいこと、綿の固まって動いたら強いを使って押し込もうとしたけど、微妙にマングが強すぎたな。狙っても溶かせんして。いいのに3回入った。と強い。
They still have that lead, but I believe
実況のテンション高いな、いいな。
this might just be the start that they needed, and they might just have smiling faces for themselves in a while.
入るんだ。
This matchup looks very well even matchup, right? Very well balanced. Best teams fighting out with their all. You could see how well it is going back and forth. For one, first 3 minutes we thought it was Revenant, but now with the next 3 minutes it looks like SATUL is under control. Blizzard is going to be super crucial here, needs to control the fight, but he gets pushed right into the players of SATUL. They eliminate him and now they're chasing Zishal. After Zishal it will be Swifty, but they're like, oh wait, there's a Regieleki. Let's make him an ally, take him to our favor, and they're immediately trying to melt it away. And Tensai, he's making sure he keeps all the players of Revenant at bay. And yes, SATUL get the top lane boss Pokemon for themselves, and now they're not going to stop it because they have an extra added on hand, who is going to be none other than Regieleki. And Regieleki gets a chance to sit on their goal zone, but in the meantime, what is Revenant doing? They push the players back and they eliminate 2 players, get a 2 knockout lead, and they're not stopping. Oh, Revenant, they're like, you might have gotten Regieleki for yourself, but you're not going to get the top lane control. But Tensai, he is not going to be kind. Understanding that he's a defender, he can smack that speedster, eliminates immediately. Nova down back to his base.
ホブで行くんだったらな、右側の方が手段戦はパワーありそうなんだよな。まあ、それこそ、私、まあ、ハッサムだけど、ハッサム、ドドっていうナイトで一気に穴まで入れるやつらは多いから、無理やり入ったら言うてな、フープとか、他のキャラで押し返されちゃうんだよな。右側としてはこのタンクのいないところをついて正面からしっかりサナとかしていきたいけど、左側としては目を使って目を使ってじゃないな、まあ、どっかいかに後ろ狙えるか。サナドフリーだと結局借りちゃうからな。
30 seconds
散らばりながら、タンクいない分、うまいこと散らばりながら、ダメージキー食らわないようにして、ダメージでできれば。
The difference is not huge. Revenant might have lead for now, but it is not a big one. Zishal gets spotted, but Crowley is there to help him.
ハッサムバリだと前間違いなくきついね。別にサナとか、ウーの魚投げられても十分痛いし、サナだね、サナ。投げ石に対して。
It's time. With 10 seconds to go, you're going to be seeing the Rayquaza battle to start about. I'm looking forward to if Revenant are immediately jumping on Rayquaza or they're going to be Revenant have control. Look how far they've pushed the players of SATUL. Rayquaza is here, but still control is Revenant's.
呼んで、視界を取れてるのはまあ左側いいね。必要なくなるから、あれとばらけながら戦って。
Oh, this is a mighty fight if anything. Blizzard coming up with a storm for himself, but now it looks like he has his own teammates as well. The Unite is happening, but look at that. SATUL is coming forward as well.
前出たハッサムに追いかけるユナイト入れて、
SATUL
だけど、
is looking pretty good, but Sizzle with that Mr. Mime, oh my god! Memo Swine with those flashes is looking really good, and the KOs are happening by Dodrio, but still, is it enough?
バリアードいい位置から来たな。
He's the only one surviving Tensai. He's
バリド
running
と
away for his life.
安定のタイミング良かったね
Revenant are like,
左
we've
側
done the job. We've pushed
無
them
理や
back.
り
We'll take
右
as
側
well
が
as
この
score goals
ハッサ
as we
ム
take down
無理したぞっ
Rayquaza,
つって
get
追い
that
かけてマリル
advantage.
リ
Look
ユナイ
at
ト
them.
入って
Everybody's
前出たん
back
だ
in.
けど
Now
そ
all
の
the
タイミン
players
グで
have
横から
respawned
ド
from
ドユナ
SATL,
と
but they were just far
バリユナという
away
感じで挟
before
み
they
込んで
could
ハ
reach
サム
or look
これな
forward
んか
to a steal.
なここまで
Everybody
決
will
め
be
たかった
looking
けど
forward to scoring hundreds and hundreds of goals right now, and Revenant easily storming and breaking and getting this first game under control. What a play from Revenant. The way they
返して
separated the players one after
終わっ
another,
たよね、返して今の
eliminating
集団戦。
their all-rounder. That was the most crucial job. Eliminating that Azumarill. After that, swooped in, directly eliminated Curse, who was going to be very crucial. You saw that side shot coming in, but nothing worked. Now all SATL can do is guard their
入るタイミング良
goal
かったね。
and if possible in the
細
next
かい
30
入り方ま
seconds,
で見れてなかった
make
から
a
だけ
move
ど、
either to the bottom lane as a 5-man or a top lane, and that's the
ピ
only
ナ
way
スも
they
き
can
っ
get
と
the
一人
goal
守るんだ
scored
った
in.
ら
But
強いけ
having
ど、
a
ああやっ
400
て
difference ocean,
固まってるところに一気に入ってこられたら、一人しか守れないから、ウーナ展開してて、サネユナイト展開してて、ねこと守るだけになっちゃって、そうだった。知らんけど、見返したい。
We saw them conquer as well previously, and now they are conquering these areas. And Revenant gets it for themselves. SATL, they'll have to go for the next one if they need to go for the win.
I think Revenant pushed SATL so far enough that SATL giving them that space was the reason that SATL did not get any control in this finals.
見返し
返し
だ
まーす。
Area, but I'm looking for
ま
players
あ、
with
初
a
め
lot
は
might
ね、
have SATL as
真
well
ん中
as
先に
Revenant.
左で降りてるのマジでありがたいな。タンクがいない
Both
分
the
どうしても
teams
視
are
界取
super
りに行く
close.
の
The
むずいから
difference。is not huge. Revenant might have lead for
2、
now,
2で分か
but
れ
it is
て、
not a
ま
big
た
one.
ハッサム
Vishal
と
gets spotted,
バ
but
リ
Crowley is
2
there
で
to
分
help
か
him
れ
with
て、
his
広
long
く
range
視界取
attack.
って、
Uses both his basic as well as solar beam
ハッサム
coming
め
in
ち
to
ゃめちゃ押す
distract
な、この
the
タイミング
players
で。
of SATL to their own lanes, to their own mid lane and center area. But right
まあ
now,
先取
it's
っ
time.
て、
With 10 seconds to go, you're
ま
going
あ
to
パ
be
ワーストつけ
seeing
た
the
ミュー
Rayquaza
トバリ
battle
で
to start about. I'm looking forward to if
右下の視
Revenant
界
are
取
going
り
to be
ます。
immediately jumping on Rayquaza or
ま
they're
あ
going to be
敵ある程
looking
度
forward
3
to
ぐらい
converting on the
見え
players
ま
of
すけど、
SATL.
上側はマリだから、まあ、真ん中は
Revenant
入れ
have
るから。
control. Look how far they've pushed the players of SATL. Rayquaza is here, but still control is Revenant.
黙って前から行く分には、
Revenant is quite close to Rayquaza. Definitely would want to just take them down. And look at this. This is a really, really good one. Blizzard taking against the fight of Might. Oh, this is a mighty fight, if anything. Blizzard coming up with a storm for himself. But now he
ここで
looks
ストライ
like,
ク
looks
前
like
ブ
he
リン
has
ク
his
して
own
危ない
defense
思
as
った
well.
け
The
ど、
Unite is happening.
まあ、
But
何で
look
も直
at
して
that
帰って、
SATL
そ
coming
こを追いかけ
forward
て
as
マリが
well.
入るけ
Going
ど、
for Rayquaza.
裏からバリ、
Second
パー
on
スワン
the
ですね
clock right now. SATL is looking pretty good. But Sizzle with that Mr. Mime. Oh my god. That was
ユナイトミューでダメージ出しに来てんだな。
really, really good, and the chaos are happening by Tordrio. But still, is it enough? That's
マ
the
ジ
only
でオール
question.
インで溶かしきるって感じ。
Own teammates as well. The Unite is happening, but look at that
一
SATL
流
is
でミュ
coming.
ー。
But now he the fight of Might. Oh, definitely would want to just take them
この
down.
ポ
And
ン
look
ポ
at
ン
this.
ポンやっ
This
たタイ
is a
ミン
really,
グで、
really good one. Blizzard taking against the fight of Might.
上押してそこ寄るんじゃなくて、その分下側で、
Blizzard coming up with a
バリ
storm
ミ
for
ューが
himself. But now he looks like it looks
ここでバリミューが上側にいるから、
like he has his
下
own
側から
teammates as
挟
well.
み
The
込む形で入って
Unite is happening.
で、挟み込むっつって多分、
But look,
コールして、で、ハッサムやばくなるから下がる。
SATL is coming
ここでまあ攻めきれたとこに、だからバリで入っ
forward.
て、
Rayquaza, one
そこに合わせて正面から、
seconds onto the clock right
ここだけじゃ絶対倒しきれないんだよね。
SATL
ここに、もう、私らがユナイトも、ユナイト展開したミュー波乗りも全部入ってきて、
Oh my god.
無理やり落としきる。オリンすげえな。ミューまで来るのがマジですごい気づいてる。ワトとかはさ、ユナイト入って、前のキャラ守ることがあるけど、手前に来たマリルリが危なかった。危なくは絶対ないんだよな、ミューって。手前。マジで。 ストライクはやつ残ってるのか。まあ、初めに危ないで下がってった分、前に出ることはできないから、はい、ストライク、カスタマー下がって、合わせて入って入って、上で使ってか。前で、マリルリ相手に。でもバリのこの挟む動きは良かったな。
Far they've pushed the players
敵
of
が
SATL.
場所見
Rayquaza
え
is
て
here,
て、
but
きつく真ん中とか使って戦う分には絶対そのタンクを生かされてしまうから正面
still
から取れる
control
と
is Revenants.
Revenant is
タン
quite
クと
close to
対面
Rayquaza.
しないよう
Definitely
に
want
広
to
く
just
してし
take them
まっ
down. And look
て
at this. This is a really, really good one. Blizzard taking against the fight of Might. Oh, this is a mighty fight. If anything,
言うてこれもな、右がどういう守り方したんだろう。全然ハピナスもいるからさ。あまりすぎたらマジだけど。ハピナスサナにつけます。サバリマムない。
ハッサムが相手の動き誘ってすごいな。
マイモンマイゴール。言うてこういう細いところで一気に戦うのもな、そのサナユナイト足元展開とか、いいとこサナ置いてるしね。危なかったりするけど、マジでミュウ、よう来たなって感じ。
Control. Look how far they've pushed the players of SATL.
Definitely would want to just take them down. If anything, Blizzard coming up with a storm for himself, but now it looks like he has his own teammates as well. The United
ミュウの使い方全然違う気するな。なんかさっきの試合とかも、さっきはうまいこと使えなくて、サナはレベルが足りんくて。でこのまあバリの動きしっかり真似したいな。もし決めきるってなったら、まあ、それこそ本当にバリがパワースワをサーナイトにつけれるぐらいしっかり近づけてる状況だから、こうなったら、まあ、そんなちょっと貼り付けるもんな、バリアード。上側を押したとこにバリがスピーダー走ってきて、パワースワつけての連撃打ってのユナイトだから、このハピナスユナイトつく前に体力削れてるから、肩代わりで削る量も少なくて、削れてからの残りも仕切り、ドド。バリ刺さっとんな。バリがうめえ。多分これは。あ、思う次始まる。いや。バリのユナイト先導って結構弱いんだよね。ユナイトから始まる攻め方。ちゃんとパワースワーつけて念力打って、止まった相手にユナイト打つってなると、その2回目のユナイトもパワースワーついた敵に打てたりして、敵一気に倒し切ったりもできて、マジでバリュー変わる。人が固まってるから、ユナイトから行くぞ、ビャーって言っても、あんまりいい結果がね、生まれることが少ない。バリの張るタイムマジでうまかったね。まあ、挟むっていうのはね、多分バリ側でコール出てて、その分でストライクで挟むが押して、そっちにマンムとかが来たから綺麗に挟めたってのはあると思うけど、この合わせもマジでうまかったんだよな。どうぞしっかり奥合わせてユナイト打って、ミュウまでユナイトって奥来るからな。別に、なんか命優先するじゃん、多分ミュウユナイトって。長生きするために使うけど。何も危なくないのに。ユナイト並みで一気に手を取りに来た。まあ、サナ倒しちゃえばもういけるって思ったんかな、昨日構成的に。またカビゴンバーンしてる。ウーラオス、闇版ウーラオス。まあまあ、左マジで丸そうな構成。右側は、まあ、ワタマンム、もっと集団戦の核となるところ作っといて、まあ、便利そうなとか、どど序盤から軽いので、グロパンなんかな、ユーラを捨てられたからある程度ラスト欲しいとかでグロパンよ。ドイツに弱砲。ラスパワーはなんか、もうなんかラス見てその雰囲気感じるな。知らんけど。
But on the other end, looking at how SATL have formed themselves, they want to pack a lot of punches. They've bought in Urshifu as well and Sizer, and then they have Ghoul, making sure I think the Avalanche is the reason. Because
ワタミュウの並び多いな。マジで。ミュウ絶対死なんもんな、ワタミュウいたら。まず1回目はミュウユナイトでスカせるし、その後やばくなったら絶対ワタユナイトでスカせるし。序盤から強いのがいいよね、何より。で、自衛力も高い明治枠だから、なんかこう、マフォクシーとかサーナイトとか置いちゃうと結局ストライク1匹とかで倒されたりしたけど、倒されたりしちゃうけど、生き残りながらしっかりいいダメージするから、とても偉いミュウ。ワタミの並びいいな。それこそ、花とかマフォとかを守るって考えたら絶対このラッキー、ハピナスとか、グリーンとかじゃないと守れないんだけど、
as you know, it should be a speedster. That's what Revenant is having a goal you're trying to level up. Dodrio, whereas on the other end, it is going to be SATL who's on the side here trying to level up. In the meantime, the fight has already started, but Revenant, as we know them really well, both in terms of damage, attack, as well as goal scoring, they've started it off. They've gotten the first 4 goals without it.
As of now, yes. And this is actually the same mentality if you think about it. Revenant pulled off in the previous game as well, right? They pulled out the first few goals and then they stopped SATL. That was their mindset. But now this is where we see Crowley coming up 1-on-1. Alright, against Tensai, but still now they're going to be just disengaging from this side. Everyone's just going to be around the tall grasses for themselves. Tensai now, I believe he will go against Shishol. Yes, he is, but this is looking bad.
They were waiting for this.
For him. Oh my god. Oh my god.
It was a setup that Revenant did
上
really
が
well
下
and
にした
SATL
分、
players
ウー
just
ラーは
walked
作
in.
れてるけど、言うて
Thankfully,
対面
Gold
ルカだ
will
から
still
な
be。
メ
alive,
パンとか合わせ
but
たら、
the
バッシ
bottom
ン取り合い
goal
も全
zone
然
is
有利ありそう。
about to be destroyed. There's just 30 more Aeos energies that needs to be dunked, Ocean.
They definitely are, but we'll have to see and understand what happens in this entire scenario and the entire situation. As you see, again, no goal scored by SATL, and it's been 2 minutes, almost 2 minutes, right? That's history repeating itself again. That happened in the previous game. That is happening again in this game. SATL players are just being taken out.
There's nothing that they're able to do, and look at this, Ghoul is left alone, and what do Revenant do? They're like, he's alone, let's just get goals scored in, and 110 right now, Ghoul. He tried for a 1v1, but it's a Mammoth that you're trying to fight. Finally, Tensai coming in will be able to eliminate this Mammoth. Still trying to fight it out, but there is a helper hand coming through, that is none other than Crowley. With the serve, saves, but now looks like Crowley might just go down, but Crowley, he didn't have teleport, runs away immediately. Making use of his held item, he dodges and runs away.
Now let's see what happens right now as they are going for more and more knockouts. You see that happening. Revenant is actually absolutely dangerous. Nothing is stopping them. They're just going for goals after goals. 152 points secured for them. A double KO streak, a double knockout streak coming up for SATL, but I don't think so that's going to be helping up them in any way, shape or form. Look at all the Pokemons on Revenant side, either level 8 or level 7 or level 6 coming up on beyond that side. But that definitely matters.
左側しっかりストライクは育ってるけど、その他は言うて経験値をくれてるか
Yeah,
ら、
on better level, better
まあストライ
advantage
ク
are the
9ま
players
で
of Revenant.
あと
And this
1、
time
2個上げて
especially
戦
Noah
いたいけど、
playing with the
今
team.
も9 で
Previously we
壁
used
に
to
かかって
see
る。
Noah used to run
壁
around
張りなんだ。
top, mid,
まあ、ハピナ
bottom
スいる
lane
からハイスパイだ
irrespective. He used to swoop in quick damage and run away. But this time he's playing with the team, because of which more KOs are just falling up for Revenant.
まあ、
And
ドド側から
there is
触る
nothing
は
that
きつい
SATL
し、
players
裏
are
押し
able
も
to
いる
do.
から、
Finally, we are going to see a
ある
bottom
程度
lane
ギブ
boss
に、
fight coming through,
まあ、
where
触
both
ってから
Revenant
や
and
るんだ
SATL are going to go head against each other, but it looks like again it is going to be Revenant who are going to be coming on top. Might is looking super low. He needs to be safe. Nova comes in, swoops in with his pick coming through, but it is still Urshifu with the damage able to be done. Comes in with the chop, I hope, and eliminates that Dodrio. But Mew, Crowley answers not in kind at all, eliminates the opponent Mime, and now trying to do a lot more damage, but swoops in again is going to be Urshifu trying to do damage along with the Scyther coming in, Curse, and this is where fights are looking like it can turn around as Revenant's players are sent
ワンチャン
back.
狙うか。
They definitely were
もし
sent back, but
あ、で
now
も取った今井と。
the party for themselves as they are trying to get
steal!
the massive numbers for themselves. Oh my god, Revenant comes in and swoops in the right time. Right place for them, and they are looking so good. A double knockout streak coming up, and more knockouts are happening. For a while, SG12 thought they had a good run for themselves, but Revenant
か
trying to change it
グロ
all.
パンからのインファイトと、まあ、ドド合わせで一気に削り切るの聞い
Come
てたね。
on!
左側どうしても裏押して
He's trying to waste time. I think he's
ためるまで時間
acting
かかる
like
か
a
ら
dummy at this
左
point,
側から一気に
so
ね
that
削れる
SATL
展開だっ
players
たらよか
can
ったん
go
だけ
to
ど
the top. And
ある
you
程
can
度
see
敵見
that's
ちゃった
what
か
they
ら
wanted
ド
to
ドも
do,
間
and
に
it's
合って
only
て
Z-Shawl on top, but
まあ
Z-Shawl
シグル
is
がね
already
切っ
called
て
in
るけど
reinforcements. Blizzard is here. Regiel key damage has not been done a lot. Ninetales has already been eliminated. Mammoth Smash coming through, and you can see Tensai was forced back. Crowley coming in with a big
Mammoth
solar
強い
beam,
な
does so much damage to
あ、
Might,
本当に
and
まあ
now
ハ
Might is
ッピーが出
about
た
to be eliminated, but looks like Might was just saved with the Blissey and the
ダイナソ
Unite
ちょっ
being
と感
used,
じ
and
る
Crowley
ま
says
あ
no, no, no.
やい
I'm
で
gonna run
体
away
力
from this
残
fight,
して
and
絶
Blizzard
対ラッ
does
シュ
get
取りたい
eliminated,
た
but
だ削る
Regiel
日は
is
他に
still
いないから
alive. SATL trying to find some
くれる人
control in the top lane. They have delivered a knockout with the help of the Sizer coming in
Mom,
from there,
that's
and
right.
Zishal trying to still push them back. Crowley
Right.
helping them out. The Mime is out. Unite being used from the Scyther. Can it find any value? It is on Zishal right now, but Zishal being the defender can take and tank a lot of damage and takes out Urshifu along with another player, none other than the Blissey, and Revenant back in charge.
Revenant can do this all day, I'm telling you, my friend. They can do this all day, but I believe there are going to be knockout streaks coming up. Oh my god! This is where Revenant might just struggle a bit, but look at that. They are just changing
Level
the
高いのか
lines,
よ
turning it
12レベル
against as SH
Oh my
well.
god.
They will be forced out onto the backside again, but Revenant, 232 points versus 88 for SH well. They need more for themselves, but nothing is helping them. Whatever they are trying, it's not at all.
左側なんかもうちょい無理やりオブジェクト削ってもそうだけどね。なんか終わりぐらいでいつも残って話をしてる裏をさ。ちゃんと取り切っちゃえば、ここで回復も入るし、手段するになるんだけど。いいパンチ。けどこれ回収でっけえな。ストライクに剣を入ったる感じ。
but failed. But you can see because SATL played together and concentrated on Regieliki rather than the players of Revenant, they were able to get Regieliki and also deliver a blow to Blizzard and send him back to the base. But one thing that players from SATL need to be worried about is every player from Revenant is already at double digits and further away from the level 10. They're already at level 11, closer to level 12. SATL players, they need to find a way to get to those double digits. They're finally getting there, but there is still a difference. There is already level 13 Lucario, level 10 Dodrio, so it's going to do a lot of damage, and way before Regieliki could have even stepped into the top goal zone of Revenant, it gets KO'd. And look at Revenant having all their goal zones.
左苦しいのは間違いないけど、うまいこと今 KO 取れたから、レベルはそんなに悪くなさそうね。ストライク13で、多分クマも言うて、パーマあったらなるし。球根がもうちょい経験値欲しいぐらい。ストライク14とかのがワンチャン強そう。そうなったら。まあ、理由は使った今。上がんなくね。自陣いっぱいファームあるか。
And I don't think so Might's gonna survive from this one. He's trying though, but still he might not survive. Everyone's on Might, and he will go out. He will go out again, back to his own base, from where he will start.
球根13はもう何も目立たん感じか。クマ13とバリユナイト、アゲト。
SATL did get Regi Eyes in the bottom. The boss was theirs, but right now the big boss is going to be spawning. None other than the Rayquaza. Are SATL ready for it? Mime yet needs to get his Unite. Same goes for Mamoswine as well as Dodrio on the Revenant side, but just a second to go. But they'll be still prepared. Swifty, he's very up close along with Zishal to make sure if Zishal takes damage, quickly heal him up. Give him that recovery chance. And you can see already the spells are coming in. A big Icicle Spear does damage to Prod. Crowley comes up with his Solar Beam, figuring out where the players are, but Might, he's threaded closer to the Legendary Pit. But still, the second has not started. But the main thing for SATL to be worried about is they are on the back foot.
うまいことウーラを押すと、ストライクの2段構えで一気に入れたらいいね。綿にユナイト打って、倒しでないけど、まあユナイト使わせるんだったら、まあ、ミュウも出たな、これ。この後にストライクインで全然ある。ストライクのカウンターなくなったから、いいね。マンム捕まえてるうちに下側でストライクして、ルカがでうまいこと捕まえてんな。ルカで倒せるんだ。やる。ストライク死んじゃった。言うてね、体力真ん中残るし、裏をするから。ラッシュラッシュラッシュ。キューコン頑張れ。手でキューコン。よいしょ。あー。ロードリオ。左側の削りがゆっくりだから、言うて、ルカ入って、ミュウ入って、ゾゾ入って、一気に削り切ったね。左側戦い方悪いなかったけど、ストライクがうまいことグロパンルカで止まっちゃったな。ルカ暴れたな、この試合。序盤からしっかりレーンでウーラウスの経験値止めて。ワッショイワッショイワッショイ気づきゃ12レベルでKO 取られちゃったけど集団戦でしっかりこのやっべえ14レベルストライク止めてて KO を取ってた裏先にしっかりラストのタイミングも刺さってたね。下側のグロパンインファで無理やり取り切ったりもしたしワッショイだこれは
They had every single
これ
plan
もう
ready.
あ
They
れ
had
そ
a
れ
plan
あ、もう決ま
for
った
themselves if
2本
everything.
レベナントがは。
628 versus 106. Revenant was just a better team today.
まあでもこの試合はマジでなんか
The Dodrio
全然
Cup.
左もあった気したけどね。14レベストライクが暴れる環境だったけ
We
ど、
could not get a chance to see
うまいこと一人で暴れちゃったから、
But
残り4
also
人がマンム
Crowley
見てる間に
being present at all
敵に
directions
捕ま
for
って
his
っていう感
teammates.
じだった気する。
That was just
もう一個うまい
brilliant
こと
play, and
あ
on
と動
top,
けたら
I would say Zishal,
動くか待つか。
what a play on that Mamoswine. He looked like, oh wait, Mamoswine is about to be eliminated, he's about to be knocked out, and
ユーナもないもん
immediately
な
he's back。into
ま
the
たユ
game.
ナイト入っただったら
This is
別にま
Unite,
たそんな
or
に
there is
重く
50
ない
who
から。
throws down cotton spurs, making sure that his teammate
うめえこ
regains
とミュー
health,
とかまで
and
飛び
then
回って投しておくこと
Zishal
が
is
できれ
back
ば
in。action. Such a good play coming in from the entire
集団
Revenant
戦でなんで
team.
ミューまでユナイト入ったんだ
Brock
ろ
tried
う。
his best. He was
ブラオ
almost
スそんなに圧あっ
right.
た
He
他まで入
steered
ったんかな
closer to the legendary pit, but still this Rayquaza
まず
fight is
ミュー
not
型の
starting.
ユナイト
But
落
the
とさん
main
と
thing
ストライ
for
クは絶
SATL
対
to
暴
be
れられない
worried
か
about
ら、
is they are
他の
on
ポケ
the
モンでそ
back
こに
foot.
入る必要はあるんだけど、まあ、ウーラオスでパンチ外したけど、まあ、無理やりユナイト打って、まあ、ワンコならずだけど、まあ、ユナイト外せることに成功して、その間に、あ、ストライクが下見えたのか。チャッチャでもうミューもユナイト使ってんな。チャッチャだけでユナイト使わせれるんだったらマジでいいな。ストライク。で怖いもんな、言うてミュー視点。ここで左下にストライク見えたって言ったら、ユナイトインで全然死ねるからね。見えて、上側から集まって下にストライク見えて、打つしかねえって言われてミュー。まあ全然ここで出んかったらね、多分左も楽なんだだろうけど、ミューも出ちゃって、技も波乗りに変えてんな。波乗りに変えたからダメージもちょっと出せず。こう4人のうちにストライクが右下に入って綿倒してるんだけど、そこで言うて、まあ、このマンム以外は多分見てるんだよね、ストライクのこと。とかだったり、そこでしっかり、タイマンしてんな。右下でルカのタイマンで、ストライクが死んじゃって。でまあ、真ん中の状況は全然悪くないけど、生き残って回復回してだったけど、でもラッシュ取ってりゃ勝ってるからな、左側もこれ。やはり他で削れる状況はできてて、ウラオスのパンチはあるから、まあ、むずいよな。まあ、貯めて、まあ、気合で9コン。バリとかもな、何かしらできたらよかったんだけど、敵見て削りもできずだったから、削りがゆっくりな分、オレンジサイドの、まあ、インファイト、ソラビ、ドドユナ、ドド、トライアタックで一気に出し切って。もう一個削りがあれば、そんな感じがする。1回目のレジも、レックザも。なんかでも集団戦の組み立て方しっかりしとるのいいな。ちゃんと考えた感じで立ち回れてる。
The team because of which his specs at all times was doing so much damage. The only steal that Revenant were not able to do was this Reggie Aliki fight. But did that affect them? Not at all. They did not even flinch. They did not even give a chance for the players of his team, nor Reggie Aliki, the boss itself, to sit in that cold zone, making it vulnerable. They destroyed it immediately, and this is what I was talking about. You thought maybe Zishal is about to be eliminated.
ラス1人ポテンシャルはあるんだ
He
けど、
swoops
それを
back
生
in,
かしきれ
comes
なか
in
っ
with the
た。
Mammoth Slash, and he makes his
ゼロパン
teammates
とかいいや
back
つあった
into
な、
the
本当
game.
に。
That
本当に
tells
そん
you
な感じの
that
試合だった。
Zishal was there at all times tanking damage, and that's why
ま
we
た
talk
ミュ
about it.
ー。ま
That
た
it's
ミュー
so
の並びもいい
crucial when you
な。
change these.
また取れたときは
Minuscule
強気にミューでも全然いい
Pokemon
気
changes
する。
but it does so much effect for your team and the opponents.
It definitely affects a lot when it comes to the team and the team players, right? But for now, I believe
じゃあもう終わりか今日。2-0 だもんね、両方。
roller coaster. We started off
Yeah.
thinking God's
2-0
Reign,
で
I
終わり。
mean, the champions of the land. We thought God's Reign is gonna just have everything for themselves. That did not happen. Revenant, SA2L, both are the fan favorite teams. I get it, but SA2L was really struggling to get those points for themselves, while Revenant was just getting the numbers and getting the numbers and getting the numbers, and they showcased what it means to have a one-sided fight. It was not exactly one-sided, but Revenant made it
マリリ評
so
価高かった
strong
な。
for
なん
themselves.
かあんまり評
And
価
they just,
高くしてる
definitely got it for themselves.
意味も
Jump into the league
見え
table.
なかった気はする。
You get a picture. For now, because both the teams have gotten these victories, it'll show position 1 and 1. But Ocean, we know very soon things will start switching up.
なんと
There'll
もう
be
終わりです。
upsets coming through.
早い。
Now upset for SATUL and God's Reign, but for victory, celebration, Revenant. Now we did see Crowley Raw's heavy metal music, so he's going to be listening to heavy metal music. On the other end, True Rippers, I think they will be choosing Badsha for themselves rather than the players of God's Reign. They'll not get that chance. League table for today, not a lot to talk about, but
でもなんか微妙にやっぱなんか、
no control.
チームストレート勝ちです。2020でした。4試合で終わっちゃった。なんか、割とまあ、なんかどの国もある程度同じな気がするけど、微妙に評価違うのはマジで感じたな。バンギだったり。バンギマジでなんか海外っぽさあるな。でも睨み合いでのバンギ。まあまあ、硬いからね、ある程度構成に軸ができるから、集団戦の始まり方に。ここら辺で、まあ、2サポタンプラスバンギで真ん中陣取って、残り2人が自由に動けるミュウだったり、ドドカスとかはするけど、そこら辺だったり。バンギ。でも序盤重すぎるよ。今の試合もドドキューマリ8作られててエレキ流されてたら割と終わってる試合な気もするしな。ポテンシャルはある気する。でもパワーはあるマジで。育てばこんな感じでした。最後の集団戦の陣形だけちょっと見とこう。
Yet needs to get his unite. Same goes for Mamoswine as well as the
真ん
Dodo
中
on the Revenant side.
右側はサポタンミュウで立ち
But
回
they'll
っ
be still
て
prepared.
左側も
He's very up close along with Z-Shol to make sure if Z-Shol takes
と
damage, quickly
クマさ
heal
ん
him up. Give him that
ある
recovery
程度まあ
chance.
上下に広がって抜けの対策はしてるね。
Big icicle spear
堂
does
々の
damage
一
to
本目で
Broad.
ずっと待って
Crowley
るから
comes up with his solar beam, figuring
まあ
out
ここ
where
抜
the
けられた
players
ら
are, but
みんな
might
し
he's
攻めてくれる
steaded
んだと思
closer
う
to
か
the
ら
legendary
ち
pit.
ょっ
But still
と
the
よりも
final
早い
fight
し
has not started. But the main thing for SATUL to be worried about is they are on the back foot.
But I think they are ready. As Rayquaza has appeared, and this is where there's a strong
Yeah,
move
ma.
for it. They're taking up the
Yeah,
fight
yeah,
for
yeah,
themselves.
yeah,
Look at
yeah,
this,
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
he might need to
はい
understand. He was all
一連戦
alone
2つ
in
目
the
高橋に
entire
1回下がれること
circumference
がで
of
き
all
て
the players, of all the Revenant players. But Tensai now,
こ
he
れ
might
マジで
just
マン
get
ムで
KO'd.
注射殴れるんだな。まあ他殴れるとこがない
So
か。
much pressure on him, but
バリエートまでこれ使
but
うんだ。
Tensai now, he might just get KO'd. Everyone's just
もうまあ念力当ててマジで倒しきるようなんだろうな。マンムユナイトこれ。出てないよな。マンムにオールインマジか。オーレンズかバリユナイト。体力少ないから割と打つしかないみたいな考えなのかな。死ぬ前に打ったろうみたいな。なんとかさばけてるけど、入れていいやつではないからな。固まって落ちてきたやっぱキュンコンのパワーあるな。オーラベルは消えた後だな。オーラベル雪消えてからダメージが食らってるからキュンコンのいいとこは別に見てないけど、ハテナスと硬いやつらで耐えてラッシュ。まあ取られてドンマイ。なるほどね。なんか学ぶことは多かった気がするな、集団戦の。よし、ので終わり。終わりです。なんと終わりです。本日。よいしょ。はい。ね。よし。あ、違う。人が増えた。どれだ？これか。あ、真っ黒になった。いいか。これで、はい。はい、いつも通りの BGM。はい、お疲れ様でした。はい、たまごさんもどうもこんばんは。今終わりました。ありがとうございます。まあ、そんなわけで、インド、みんなで見ようの配信でした。まあ、なんか環境の違いは感じるけど、でも集団戦のね、立ち回り方とか、あれ良かったよな。バリアード裏から挟む形で。なんかもうミュウまでもがユナイト使って一気に入るやつ。まあ、あれはもうマジで
あれ
はい、終わりでーす。
あれこの BGM 何あれ
はい、もう BGM、エンディング BGM でーす。終わりです。2-0で全て終わりました。
あ、
はい。
お疲れ様で
はい、お疲れ
す。
様です。バイバイ。またね
バイバイ
次の配信でお会いしましょう。お疲れ様です。バイバイ。
おばち、わらわら。
バイバイ。
お疲れ様でした。おばちさん、
はい
わらわら。最初のバリよかったな。
バリよかったね。頑張ってきます。お疲れ様です。